Yeah, I was this morning. I don't want to say something and then start any beef with. I don't think they watch the shit, but
hey, you never know.
He just want to like it's not appropriate for the world to see because that's a private conversation. But it's nothing crazy. It's just like like this was dope. I said this and this that, and then it's like, all right, cool. Like this is my homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Yo, our truth just said if Cena wins, we riot. I'm down. You down, show? If Cena wins, we riot.
Let me unmute myself because I look like a fucking R2D2 now.
Shit.
But let's riot, bro. I'm down.
Word. Yo, it's 81-79 paces, 19 seconds left in the third quarter.
All right.
Dude, literally, the Knicks forgot how to play defense. And they forgot how to set a pick, I guess. Oh, no. The blocking foul? All right, but yeah. Like, fuck, man. I'm just watching the Pacers run past the Knicks and dunking the ball. Like, what the fuck?
We got this.
What was the point of getting these big men?
Let them exert themselves, bro. We got them. We keeping them close so we can punch them at the end. We're gonna punch them this round.
Hey, listen, I hear you. A win is a win, but it's still like, come on, man. What point are you pulling out the knife?
Word. I don't want to stab him yet. Let me strategize the stab.
Word. Motherfuckers.
Who's playing nice though, Brunson?
I feel like Brunson might be trying too much to take over the games. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see too many passes. It's like, yo, bro, Brunson can't beat this team by himself. And I get it, and, it's 81-81 now. And I get it, you wanna, win this shit and all that, but, like, bro, sometimes you put the ball in your hands, sometimes let's play it as a team.
Word.
A little bit.
You bring us over the top. We're going to play even till we get to the end, and then we'll start passing it to you. But for now, let us fucking run up the score and you rest.
Yeah. Like, pass the fucking ball a little bit, get open, and let's see how that works.
I don't think he trusts anybody right now because nobody's really shooting like they were. OG's not shooting. Bridges sucks. So it's like, I got to take... is usually not in the same time as him. So it's like, I gotta throw punches. The Pacers are playing like how I want the Knicks to play. They are throwing punches from every corner. Neem Smith, Neem Hart, his cousin. Like, who's this nigga?
Your word. Like, I need fucking Spike Lee to be in there giving out personal fouls. You feel me? Shit. Don't be just sitting there fucking cheering, motherfucker. Put your foot out and trip a motherfucker. Something. This is New York. What you thought this shit was gonna be fair? This shit was gonna be even? May you fade with black. Fade with black or fade into black? What's going on here, normal guy? Like, yep, I knew it. Show was leaving. The minute we said Spike Lee, he left. He must have a problem with Spike Lee. He must have a problem with all them spikes. But yeah, man. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all even listen to what the fuck I'm saying? You just sitting here watching the game with the shit on. I ain't even gonna lie. As long as we get the views. We need the views and we need the subscribers. We're close. We just need 150 more subscribers to start making money off of YouTube. I guess it's hard to do that shit live. You know what I'm saying? Like, YouTube live, I guess it's hard to build that shit up. Because everything on YouTube is about videos and shit. Like, I thought about making videos, putting, like, the camera inside the fish tank. I got a waterproof, the action camera. Thinking about putting that shit in there and let them swim with the fish for a little while. But I don't know what kind of videos would y'all want to see, because the only thing I could think of is me working on the car or just like driving around vlogging shit. Like, is that some shit y'all want to see? Like, you let me know what kind of videos y'all want to see if I were to make videos. Because I ain't got much time to be making them. So it's either I'm at the car talking shit about wrestling or something, or we make a video working on the cars, or the, the fucking fish tank. You let me know. Shit. Don't bullshit with it. You know what I'm saying? But let me know. Normal guy. What kind of videos you like, normal guy? We'll make some shit for you. Maybe talk about wrestling. Would you watch that video if I was talking about wrestling? If I were to make videos about what, like the news or something? Like, apparently WrestleMania is being taken away from New Orleans because they want to go back to Las Vegas. My opinion, why are you taking away from New Orleans? They could use the money. But is this a ploy for TKO to monopolize Vegas because they have UFC there? Tune in next time. Would you? Is that the type of videos you want to see? Like, I could put that 20s twang on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. Cause that's some shit that I know you laughing now, normal guy. Y'all laughing now, but when I put it in there and ain't nobody watch it, I won't hear none of that shit about eat shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear we heard people. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We'll see. I gotta figure out which camera I use, because I know the action camera look good. You know, I don't even think y'all give a shit, do you? Because I made videos with the action camera and my regular camera, and I don't think y'all give a shit about the quality that much. It's not that big of a difference in quality anyway. Yo, so now we're doing promos. It's a triple threat match with Naomi, Jade, and Nia for the number one contendership of the women's title. Okay. I was gonna say, why we cutting promos with Jade and Naomi, and we ain't do that shit in WrestleMania? What's going on here? Yo, should I start making videos where I just do shit and like, we heard people just to make fun of the song? Is that man? That's the problem with having all these ideas and no fucking time to do it. Just fucking kick a bottle. We heard people. Shit. That's the problem. You see? See what you fucking did, normal guy? Okay, so it's a qualifying match for Money in the Bank next week. Nia, Jade, and Naomi. Who would you have win that match? We heard people gives me night pits. You like that song, normal guy. Stop fucking around. You know you like that song. Shit. I'm just saying. When I first heard it, I was like, okay. And then, like, when I heard people say it, I was like, okay, I get it. And then I heard the song, and I'm like, oh, that's literally all it says. Okay. All right. Now, we got a 20-minute entrance. We heard people. I'm like, oh, wow, turn this shit off. After the 18th, we heard people. I get it. I understand now. I know what that means. I speak English. I know what that means. Shit. Oh, yeah. So who would you have win that? Nia, Jade, or Naomi? Because I kind of want to see what what Jay could do in the ladder match. You know? Fucking Jesus. My man said, you know what? Let me not go up for the fucking layup. Let me dribble the ball out of bounds. These little mistakes here, and like, they're going to kill us. They're going to kill us. Fucking Pacers up by 10 minutes left in the game. My man's going to the basket with no hesitation and throws it back out, and this motherfucker drains another 3. Now we down by 6. Fucking Jesus. Now we down by 6. This is ridiculous. Do all that shit just to lose to these fucking Pacers. I mean, there's still this game is left. They ain't over yet. But then we got fucking 4 more games after this. Yeah. No. 5 more games after this. My math ain't mathing right now. We still got time, but still, come on, man. You can't play like that. You can't play like you lost already. Where's that heart at? We need that grit. Where's that Shane Falco? All right. Since you don't want to answer the questions, I'm going to ask another one. LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Aleister Black are going to sit here for the the Money in the Bank qualifying match. I feel like LA Knight's winning this because they've been teasing him to win the Money in the Bank for a while. But I would like to see Shinsuke or Aleister Black have that Money in the Bank. You know? Like, shit, Shinsuke with the Money in the Bank, stalking people. I can see that. That's what his character is, right? He's like a fucking demon stalking motherfuckers. Why not? Shit. Why not? Then again, I can see you trying to give the championship to LA Knight. You know? And then he comes in, you get that big pop because everybody love him. But then that's kind of predictable. But then again, I mean, how much shit can you do that isn't predictable nowadays? You know, because everybody has favorites and everybody wants somebody to win. And then when they win, it's like, I knew it. And then when he doesn't win, you bitch because you can't just watch the fucking show. And the only reason why I say that is because you got 3 men in here that can be champions. You don't have pretenders in here. You don't have someone who's just going to waste a spot in the Money in the Bank. That's the problem. When you give somebody a win that's just going to waste a spot in that spot, like you got the Royal Rumble, but there's only 10 people and you give one of them to Jim Carrey, it's like, all right, you just wasted a spot that you're going to give that to somebody. Like, that's a waste. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Logan Paul versus Jey Uso right now, Saturday Night Main Event, is a waste of a fucking match. Like, what did Logan Paul do to get a number one contendership? Showed up? You can see Carmelo Hayes and The Miz costing Black the match. Yeah, you bring that up, yeah. But did Carmelo Hayes qualify? Is he in a qualifying match? Probably not. Well, I don't think he qualified, but if he's in a match, it's going to be probably with Andrade and fucking and Escobar or some shit, because they're always wrestling for some fucking reason. Oh, Chinkaska off the second rope. They call it a jumping knee. That's the shit. All right, you know what? Fuck it. If it's not going to win the match, might as well not call it a finish. Damn, this man missed a wide open fucking 3. 91-95. He threw that shit out of bounds. Yo, Thibodeau, you want to, like, call some plays, maybe? Like, right now, the Knicks look like, yo, whoever has the ball, just fucking shoot it. No one's going to run. No one's going to set a pick. No one's going to try to get open. You're just going to play isolation basketball all everybody on the Knicks is playing isolation basketball when they get the ball. Like, come on, man. The Pacers are passing the ball 4 or 5 times in a row before they shoot that fucking wide open three. Look at that. Look at that. My man was wide open. Don't close it now. Fuck it. Got another three. I don't know why 3 people need to go in on somebody who's closing in on the fucking paint and leave this motherfucker wide open and then don't even play defense. And look, my man is playing 14 fucking people and then he takes a fucking 3 again. Why he's covered? What's going on here? Who's missing the assignment? Come on, bro. Like, this is ridiculous. If y'all want to fucking give up and just let them win, then give up and let them win. Go home. You don't need to watch this fucking game. 28 years later. Damn, at what point? You just grow up in that motherfucker. 28 years old. All you know is zombie shit. That's some shit. Y'all remember 28 Days Later? When did 28 Days Later come back? 2023. Shit, that's 22 years ago. Shit, if they would have waited 6 more years, 28 years later, that would have been dope. This movie came out 28 years after the first one. 28 years later. And it was like, hey, look at that shit. But, you know, fuck it. Shit, 94, 84. My man missed a wide open 3. Okay. The Knicks just got a fast break. 89, 40, 94, 89. And then Pacers still winning. Tell you, man, I don't like these wide open fucking 3s they keep getting. Nice fucking pass. But let's go, man. Let's get some defense in this shit. You watching this triple threat match too? There have been talks that some of the members of the Y6 is backstage at SmackDown. Maybe they return. I don't know. Well, if she's starting to talk to the doll, and that gotta mean something about the Y6 at least. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that'd be kind of stupid if she starts talking to that doll for no reason. Like, let it bring her into the Y6 something. I just hope that doesn't cost her the fucking ladder match. Give her the money in the bank with the Y6. That'd be something crazy. Also, you got the Y6 stalking motherfuckers with the money in the bank match. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Now that's something that the creative waves are just flowing. WWE Unreal launches this summer on Netflix. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is WWE Unreal? Now we gotta look this shit up. Is that Unreal? Is that the shit they go back in the? This show is exciting sports entertainment wrestling documentary series. You might just give me what the fuck is it? You're not gonna tell me what it is. Just a documentary, reality TV. So I guess this goes. This shows you behind the scenes of how they do shit, huh? Which I guess they're making more money with opening up the curtains than actually wrestling. There's probably more people interested in how this shit works than actually seeing it work. I mean, it's interesting, but still, it's like, you know, you gotta watch the fucking product at least. Shit. But yeah, man. Since we watching a commercial in this triple threat match. Yeah, man. Like I told Show, man, back in the day when you had something, you tried to fix it instead of for just replacing it. I mean, it's easy to just go back and spend another $20 on that dragon. But then I have two dragons. One of them blowing air and the other one not. So why not just fucking for $5 you replace the air stone and boom. And this shit has everything I need for it. Just the air stone might be a little bit too big, so let's alter the dragon, put the air stone in there, and fucking let that shit flow. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's not for nothing when you fix something. It's satisfying. You know, when you fix something, it's satisfying, and you know, it makes you want to fix more shit. And it's at that point, it's not about the money. Now it's like, yo, I could develop. You know, I could save what I got. Because sometimes you buy new shit and it's better, or it's not what you want. Like, let's say that dragon they don't sell that shit no more. It's like, damn, now I gotta get something else, and and then I replace it with a fucking with a Groot, and Groot sitting in there. It's like, yeah, Groot's cute and shit, but I'm a dragon guy. I got a dragon right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a dragon in my fucking thing already. I don't want to put Groot. I'm put the fucking dragon. You know what I'm saying? But maybe if the shit don't work, then I can always just put the dragon in there and put the bubble in the back. You see, I got this big ass bubble here. And the bubbles are supposed to just create it breaks the surface of the water, which allows for the gases to be exchanged into the atmosphere. And the reason why you want to do that is because I told you I felt like LA Knight was gonna win this, but yeah, the fish need to breathe, right? So the fish they suck up the oxygen from the water and they release carbon dioxide, and if it doesn't exchange and the water gets filled with carbon dioxide, it can poison the fish. Same way, if trees don't fucking exchange our carbon dioxide for oxygen, or we're trapped in a room that doesn't have any oxygen in the shit, we die. But yeah. Okay, Carmelo Hayes is in the qualifying match. Oh shit, the Miz said that he gave his opportunity to Carmelo Hayes. Let's give Carmelo Hayes a fucking shot, bro. Who's gonna listen and execute the play? So Melo don't Miz and we are us him. All right, they just putting shit together, huh? They just gonna say fuck it. Just say words. Say words together and we gonna hope that works. Fuck it. Right? Why not? Shit. Memorial Day weekend's coming up. I might You know, so I might have to get me some coal, some coal and fire up the barbecue, just barbecue some shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just something. Why not? It's fucking Memorial Day. It's crazy. They got the old school Saturday Night Main Event song and look for it, but then when you watch it, it don't look old. Like I was expecting like the old school ring, the old school entrance, maybe that little cart, you know, people coming down like that. That's what I like. True nostalgia of Saturday Night Main Event. They just made that shit fucking. They updated the shit out of it without the song. Oh my god! All right, it was a foul. They updated the shit out of it without the song. But I think that if they would have updated the song and made it good, not just some bullshit update that anybody could do, but actually made a good update for it, I think that would be a little bit better. But you never know. You never know. Shit. I ain't never washed dishes and had shit transfer from one dish to another dish when you got soap all over you. Like, you don't clean out the sponge? All right, whatever. But yo, 100 to 94, cases up, 5 minutes left. We got this. And we missed the first free throw. All right. As time goes on, I don't see why 6 returning tonight unless they do something in the main event. Well, who would they attack in the main event? First of all, who is the main event? Because we already had Julia move on. Who the fuck is the main event of SmackDown? Why am I shit not saying? I don't understand. I put this shit on there, and I don't know why it don't pop up no more. This is bullshit. This is pissing me off. This shit is pissing me the fuck off. Tag team champions match. Okay, the Street Profits and Fraction. And that's the main event. Wow. Shit. Okay. Well, things just hit a long two. 97-100. 4 minutes left. Let's go. Start this shit up. Stop fucking around with it. Make some noise. And wide open. Fucking drains it. Yeah, like, they're gonna do the same move 5,000 times a game, and every fucking time you're gonna fall for it. Stop closing in. Give the motherfucker the 2. Why you gonna leave that shit wide open for a fucking 3? Like, every goddamn player on the Pacers is shooting 3s on you. Stop with your shit, man. Fuck. Like, you can tell that's the only play they ever ran in their life. Run to the basket and pass the ball out to the 3. Yo, I'm pretty sure if your ass would have guarded him and there would have been no outlet for that pass, homeboy would have never did nothing with the ball. Or he'd have missed the layup because they don't know how to fucking do layups because they've been running the same goddamn pass the whole fucking time. Come on, man. Brunson hits his first free throw of the 2. 98-103. They're down by 5. He's 0 for 3 in 3-pointers tonight. Oh, clutch comparison. All right, then I was looking at the wrong stat. Sometimes you got to read. Readings for the mental. He drained the second one. 99-103. We down by 4. Allen Bird, whatever fucking his name is, coming down the court. They set the pick on him. They switch. Big man, then Brunson goes in there. He switches. No one's open. He's going to crash the fucking board. Oh, he took his 3 himself. And he drained it. The mismatch in height, and he just drained the fucking 3 right in Brunson's face. Brunson passes the ball out, gets the ball back. Now, there you go. He set the pick, pass that shit. There you go. Where's the foul? All right. I guess we don't get calls. Now the defense is you just broke down. The defense just broke down, and they gave a wide open three. He missed it, but then they got the rebound because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Holy shit! Allenberg got a fast release. I ain't gonna lie, that was a fast fucking release and shot. That didn't even look like he wound up. And they called the foul on him. So it was 106-99. He hits the first free throw, 107-99. Jesus Christ. What's going on here, normal guy? Looks like the Knicks about to get swept if they keep playing like this. Yeah, if they keep playing like this, they're going to go back home. They ain't got a long way because we still in the fucking garden, but Jesus. I know we didn't waste all our fucking heart and determination on the fucking Celtics. You call timeout? Okay. Women's United States Championship match. Chelsea Green versus Selena Vega Saturday night main event. They just announced that shit and we did our fucking predictions last night. So I'm gonna predict Chelsea Green's gonna win that United States title back tomorrow. And Damian with this bad energy. I said, yeah, Damian, no bad energy. But right now it's 108-99. The Pacers are winning. 3 minutes left. What's going on, show?
We lost.
We're losing. We ain't lose yet. Remember, the fat lady got to come out and sing. And it's not body shaming because the fat lady's the one that tells us when it ends. Right. We don't believe in skinny bitches to let us know when it ends.
I don't think nobody ever called Aretha Franklin skinny. So you good.
Uh-oh. So Carmelo Hayes and Jacob is in the triple threat qualifying match for the Money in the Bank. Yo, Mateo was sitting here is like, you good with this? When Jacob just said, I love you, Solo. I think Jacob knows what the fuck going on. Mateo was there just to back up Solo because he afraid of Jacob. Okay, now we getting some shit done. Now we getting some story being told with the innuendos. You feel me?
How you liking this guy, Mateo?
I didn't really see much of him, but I know he's like a Taz. You know what I'm saying? He's like a new Taz. That's how they build him. I kind of want to see how he works, and it's just like he's on SmackDown. So to me, like SmackDown's the place where people go to die. Like
unless you Roman Reigns.
Yeah, because I don't think SmackDown does shit to people. But yeah, show. You just been watching the game, regulating. I know you wanted to bring up some topics. I don't know if you remember them.
Nah, I don't. I remember. I wanted to talk about something in the comic podcast. I remember it was.
Yeah. It was. Is if we had our own powers with powers or some shit like that.
Yeah. No, I didn't know. I wanted to talk because I didn't know the Scarlet Witch and this guy were twins.
Oh yeah, Quicksilver.
Yeah, he was gonna explain.
Yeah, so Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch are Magneto's kids in some renditions of the comics. In others, they're not.
That's all.
But they are twins. Yeah, I think they did that because of the way they used the Scarlet Witch, that they had to change it or some shit like that. But yeah. I forgot who the mother of the Scarlet Witch was. But see, again, they do this shit. Like, yo, dude, I'm telling you right now, if you fucking play defense and didn't allow someone to be open on the 3, I don't think this motherfucker knows how to do a layup. 4 times they crashed the board and passed the ball out for a fucking 3. I don't think they know how to do a fucking layup. There you go, Brunson. Fucking force that shit in there. It's 110 to 107, 1 minute left. Bridges, stop fucking around. And where's that clutch fucking turnover? Come on, let's go.
Where's OG, man? I haven't heard that name all game.
Shit, I don't know where the fuck that motherfucker at. But he's pissing me off.
It's all normal guys.
Yeah. Word. Yeah, sure. I was talking about you watching Under Siege. Under Siege. Motherfucker, ain't that a movie with Steven Seagal? Shit. Oh shit, DJ was in here for a minute. What's going on, DJ? My bad.
Woo.
There you go, we hear you.
I'm walking myself into tonight.
We're watching the Knicks game. Show just got here, so we got there's some conversation going on here and there. But I was just gonna bring this shit up. But
Go ahead.
yeah, he said you watching Under Siege. That's a fucking Steven Seagal movie. I don't know. I ain't watching that shit.
You know we're watching.
The best part about it was he died.
Kick him in the nuts.
Word. Shit. Then do this. Fucking flap their hands around. That's a keto. The TNA pay-per-view. Oh! Nah.
He said nah.
I'm not going to watch it. There's too much shit going on this weekend with wrestling. I'm not going to watch that. I might not watch Double or Nothing. Yo, they added another match to the Saturday Night Main Event.
What we got?
Selena Vega versus Chelsea Green.
We were just talking about that.
Yep.
I think somebody was watching the show.
Yeah, I think so.
It was like,
because I said it, I think Chelsea Green might be winning this shit back.
And he was like, and they were like, damn it, we got to get our United States champion out there.
Word,
and
you
here
know?
we are.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, Bianca Belair is back. Well, they showing a photo and shit. But so earlier, me and Show was talking about I find it funny because I send out text messages to multiple women.
Nope.
They're supposed to be my friends, so I keep it funky, keep it light. Right. And I always find it that the single ones always tend to respond the same way with the "oh, thank you" or keep it short and sweet.
Right.
But the taken ones oblige me, and we have conversations, some stupid ass conversations, the rest of the fucking day. And I'm like, yo, what's with this shit? Like you can't have a conversation with a nigga. Like you responding back to me doesn't mean that you want to fuck? I'm gonna go get you pregnant now. Them the rules.
Somebody's gonna get pregnant.
Yeah. Like I'm not Homer Simpson. Like I made you laugh. Now you're my girl. Nah.
Oh damn.
Like that's that's not how this works. It's okay to have a conversation.
If I could do that, for everybody that made laugh.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, fuck, what's going on here? So then, we was talking about that shit, and it made me think because somebody at work, DJ, you deal with younger people and a bunch of people, but I interact with a couple of younger kids, and sometimes I got to be the adult, which it makes me go, damn, I forgot how old I was. Because I never expected to be the adult in any conversation. Right. But then, it made me think, like, because, one of the conversation I have with these people hits home because it's this person's first love and they still have feelings for them. Mm-hmm. But she's at the stage where you realize that person
ain't it. This ain't going to be
it. Yeah. Like, there's no way that this person's going to be for you. They mix up with somebody else and they just using you for whatever.
That's right.
And now it's blatant. And it's like, yo, you sit there, you're like, what do you want? You lie. Like, I just want to be friends. It's like, bullshit. You don't want to be friends. I know what the fuck you want. You're not ready to admit that, you want something you ain't going to get.
Right.
So that's when I do the shit or get off the pot. It's like, but it's hard though. Like you ever like, there's plenty of times where you're like, all right, this person, I want this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tell you so many different ways you ain't gonna get this one, and then you realize, and it's like
that is so. This is why one of my favorite songs in the world is "What a Fool Believes." That's exactly what that song is about. If you go read the lyrics if you need to, that is what the song is about. It's about somebody that's not getting the clue that this ain't gonna happen. Okay, that's what a fool believes. So So I'm pretty sure all of us have been there 100 times, you know, and it's hard. Like it is like when you really felt in your chest that this was going to be the one. Yeah. And this is just not coming. It's not coming back. Like the energy is not coming back from the other person. And that's a tough one, man. It is a tough one, but if this person is your friend, it is your job to keep talking them down off the ledge, like to stop. Like you got to stop this. So they're gonna say no a few times, and that's all right. Keep going. like, dude, you got to stop. Like, look at these signs. That's the job. Like that is the job.
No, yeah, but see me. Like, I think it's the next step is like the police, like, yo, dude. You don't see the sign, like there's a poster board in the middle of the fucking highway. You press it every day. It says it's not gonna happen, and I'll be honest. No. This one's special. I'm just waiting for her to stop being delusional. Right. You know, it's because the best part for me is that they're not next to me. It's like, so we don't talk. So it's one of those. Every once in a while, I'm like, damn.
What a
baby, please, and then you don't get the you don't get the response. Like you throw a little, baby, please, baby, please, what's up, baby, please, baby, please, and they're like, nah, all right, I'll be back next week.
Yeah,
you always gotta check. Sometimes there's weak points. So
this is you, Toe. That you're the friend here.
No, okay. no, actually, no, I'm not. I know.
Okay. I was about to say, because I'll be your friend, Toe, and tell you, okay, you need to stop this. Okay.
Bro.
Okay.
All right. Trust me. You know what the funny thing is? Now, this is going to be real with you, DJ. Sometimes, when you try to vent to people, they don't understand what you're saying. And like how you said, you'll be the friend and be like, yo, this ain't gonna work. Sometimes your friends don't want to be that friend, and they want to be like, well, maybe they can put excuses out there.
You're not doing them any favors doing that, though. Yeah.
There was one chick that I was talking to, and she did that. And I was like, yo, we don't talk like this. And I just hit you up because everyone else I talked to was giving me bullshit. And I told her straight, I was like, I know for a fact this woman is not for me. I know this, that, and the third. And I know that it's just going to hurt me if she does do it because she just uses me all the fucking time. And I shouldn't be in this position. And to be honest with you, I'm at the point where it's like, even if she did want to fuck, I would second guess it because it would be detrimental to me. As bad as I want. And she's like, you're right. I was like, yeah, I know. I just kind of like just vented on you and I wasn't expecting you to have. But now that I'm thinking about it, because I have to be the friend to tell me to stop, that I have to let you know this is where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Woo. Like Damien said, they like Eddie Guerrero out here. They want to lie, cheat, and steal.
Yeah.
And
no, because sometimes it's easy to just be like, yo, this nigga ain't for you. Like, I don't know what you ain't seeing. He's playing you. This is the game, blah, blah, blah. But then other times it's like, when it's a separate situation where it's like, all right, if I tell you the truth, we're just going to fight.
Man.
Because I don't think you want to hear the truth. I think you just want to be the victim.
Yes.
Like you just want to be right, no matter what.
Signs.
You
sign language.
It's all course to be right. So there's sometimes where I'll just be like, you know what? All right. And I'm not even going to respond.
Don't. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that is the... After a while, and that is more powerful than anything. When you decide, okay, you're just going to go around in this carousel where you're going to have the need, like, so again, sign language, you're going to do the need to be right now. So, okay. So I'm out. Like, I'm going to, like, I I can be like, I'm a Cancer, so that means that we're very warm on the front end. Okay.
Yeah.
But once we find that you are doing something to us, like you're doing something underhanded to us, we're very cold. Just as warm as we were, that's how cold we are. And then so boom, it's cut off. Like and it's very cold. And I've told some females this before, and I don't think they believe me because I'm very warm. I'm very I'm a hope, once I'm pursuing you or we're into something, like I'm a hopeless romantic. I do all that little stuff. I like doing it, so it's not like I'm not forcing it. This is my personality. But the second I see, okay, wait, you're just taking advantage or you're not really into this and you just like the attention, then it's Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
There's nothing more disrespectful than to have that effort be taken advantage of. Because it's like, yo, I'm not doing this because I'm just somebody that likes to buy flowers for random women. Like, bitch, I like you. And and it's like, oh, okay, fuck me. I got you. Yep. Fuck me.
Say less.
And the Knicks lost.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, Ray done messed up the Knicks again.
Yep. 114, 109. It's because we can't. Yo, they keep crashing the board and throwing it out to a wide open man for three. It's like we gotta play defense. But yeah, I don't know what that means, but I'm a Pisces, right? I'm a hopeless romantic also, but I'm the type of person that.
Have you seen The Fish to Save Pittsburgh?
No.
Highly recommended. Write it down. The Fish to Save Pittsburgh.
The Fish that Saved Pittsburgh. Okay. It's a movie, right?
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell you nothing about it. I just want you to just watch it and then come back to one of the shows one night and be like, damn, I saw that movie.
Shit, you got to buy it.
The Fish that Saved Pittsburgh.
That Saved Pittsburgh. It looks like a basketball movie, but all right. Okay. But yeah. So I'm a Pisces, and I'm a hopeless. I'm not a. I don't want to say a hopeless romantic, but I'm one of those guys that you ever seen the live action TV show Beauty and the Beast? Yep. You remember the part where they explain how the Beast is always around or always aware that Sarah Connor's in trouble? Like how he imprinted on her. Mm-hmm. I was named after the Beast in real life.
Oh.
Like legit, my mom she scheduled a C-section. She's in the hospital and the doctor's talking to her about the procedure and like, have you picked out a name yet? And she's like, no, but she's watching the show. And in the show, the Beast turns around and says, my name is Vincent. And he says it in such a powerful way that my mom goes, oh shit, that's the name of my son. Because it covered the V because me, my brother, my grandfather, and my pops all have V's for first name. They're all Victor. I'm Vincent. The only one that's not Victor in the family. So that's how I got my name. Okay. So when it came on, my mom's like, oh, look, this is how you got your name. So I watched the show with her. And when they talked about the imprinting shit, I realized that that's kind of what I do. So there'll be times where I'll be like sitting there not doing nothing. I'll just think like, hold up. And I'll text something sweet to somebody, like a chick that either I'm interested in or is a friend or something. And I'll be like, boom, here. And I'll send it. And then, immediately be like, yo, I don't know how the fuck I needed some shit like this, but I've been going through some shit lately and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know. But it's one of those things where it's like, that's why most of the time I keep doing that little checkup. Because, like, I feel there's something going on here, but then it takes a while for me to be like, all right, I'm just going to close that fucking door. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Like, I don't need that long to close it. That's me. Like, there's an eject button. Like, if I don't feel it coming back.
When I imprint, it takes a while. Because at one point, you gave a shit about me, and that's why, but new chicks, when I'm talking to them, and I see that whole, I got to put in too much effort here. Like, you're not giving me, all right, peace. Yeah.
Yep. No, I had, and this is, it took me years to learn this stuff, I'll say, because it's like, because I'm one of those late bloomers, because it's like, was always like this little like skinny kid with brown frame glasses when I was growing up, and then living in Inglewood, when you speak proper English, and okay, so I got made. They used to tear me a new ass every day I went to school. So, all the way, like that's why I ended up going to high school out of town. I was like, okay, I can't enough. Okay, so yeah, so that's how bad it was. And then when I got to high school, it started to figure that I was really good at sports. So that took over everything. Like I couldn't, like, Saturday night, oh, we got this house party coming up. Damn, I got a track meet. I can't make it to the house party. I got a track meet. So I like all of the other stuff did not happen until I got to college. That's how late everything happened for me, if that's late for folks. And then I got into long-term relationships, and then so it took, like, I'm 46 years old, and I had to, like, a lot of stuff I'm learning the last few years. Like after my divorce, I learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, in college I was when I bloomed also. But it's funny because I bloomed online.
Okay.
Even in college, it was a bunch of monkey dance.
No, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it, like when I was online, that's when I was able to actually connect with people, and then I go see them, and that was when I did my best work, when I had the chance to talk to people.
Yeah, same.
That's why now if I'm talking to you and you're giving me a one word answer, oh nah, I'm not playing this game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like
that means you're talking.
I know what it's like to have a conversation.
Just giving me one word answers.
Yeah. Like fuck that.
No, same. Like most people I met, and the first meeting or first getting to talk to them was online too. Like even being like, I'm a track athlete. I wasn't in basketball or football. I wasn't in one of the glamour sports. So where all the women go after, even on like, for you, if you're younger listening to this, yes, it is still true that all the women still go after 15 guys on a college campus. That still happens. That's still what's happening.
Yeah. For some reason, football is just an aphrodisiac, I guess.
I mean, I see why. If you're a woman, like this big dude, I feel safe with this big old dude. Yeah. Look how athletic he is. I'm like, but man, I was running, but in my mind, I'm like, well, okay, what's wrong with me? I'm running at 800 meters in under 2 minutes. That's a damn athletic feat too.
It's funny you bring that up because women don't realize exactly what they're talking about when it comes to like people who are strong and shit.
And I'm like, I hear all this stuff. Like, dude, I'm 6 feet tall. Okay, and all that stuff, but they were walking right by me, or I'm talking to them right here, and you're gonna make somebody a really good boyfriend, and then I'm gonna go after this guy that has 3 girls hanging on him as she's running after.
Word.
So so I've been there.
Yeah, and I went to a majority boys school. It was a vocational school for high school, and when I went, it was one of the worst schools there was. But back in the day, it was one of the best vocational schools you could go to. If you graduated from that school, you had your pick of the litter. And that's all I heard from that school, so I didn't know it was one of the worst schools until I got there. And there was barely any girls there. But then when I walked around, all these girls like, oh, I like these strong motherfuckers. And they looking at dudes with 6-packs, but I'm having weight training twice a day. So I was literally a 5'2" ball of muscle walking down the fucking street. Yeah. And they're like, that's disgusting. I said, bitch, you talking about this nigga strong because he got a 6-pack. He can't lift up the books that he got in his bag. I can lift you, the desk, and the teacher up at the same time. The fuck you talk? You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
They don't. They really don't. They really don't.
And then they like, this dude like I feel safe around him. The biggest pussy in the street? Like, really? Just because he talks shit? Like, my man, I smack fire out of him. He won't do nothing. Like, the fuck? Like, dude, I've been around chicks that are taller than me, obviously, because I'm in reality. I'm a short guy. And this one girl, she was drunk when she said this, but we went out to eat, and you ever heard of Dinosaur Barbecue?
It sounds familiar.
It's a place in Harlem, but it's one of those places where you can either wait for a table or there's community tables. So if there's enough seats for your party, you'll eat with other people. And we was eating with these like rich white guys. And when she left, it was like, yo, we're gonna get you some pussy. Don't worry about it. We're gonna hook you up. And I looked at them, I was like, yo, bro, cool, but like I'm not like I have no issue with my confidence.
Right.
So we're talking and blah blah blah. They hitting on her and this and that and the third, and I'm being, I'm joking with her and blah blah blah. And when we leave, and she's like, yo, not for nothing, you give the presence that you're 6 foot tall. And I looked at her, I said, I know what you mean, but what do you mean by that? Like, she's like, no, because you're short, but when I'm around you, you don't feel short. It's like, is it because I'm confident? It's like, yeah, like you.
Again,
like you make it seem like you could have fucked up everybody at that table. I was like, I probably could have, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my God. Like, I've been short my whole life. I'm not the one that got to deal with it. You got to deal with it.
Yeah.
And then they don't get that. I'm like, yo, bro, what does him being tall have to do with anything? They made ladders.
It's like you said, it's the perception. So of this guy can do anything. Basically, he's taller than me and all this, and that's not, as we know, as men, we know that that's not reality. It's all about what's in his chest. It's not about any of the other stuff. Is facade. When it comes down to is what is in his chest after that rib cage, what is in there? If it ain't in there, or if it's the size of a walnut or something, he ain't shit. Okay, and we know this as men, but this is like they just see this facade, and they, like sometimes I really wish that, like, we could give like TED Talks to women and they listen to it.
They wouldn't, because they think they know better.
That's the thing, is the second part is the hard part. We had Kevin Samuel try to tell them like what was going on, and it's his tone. Okay, are you listening to what he's saying, or you don't hear going on the tone?
Yeah. See, that's the problem with that shit also, is because when a man speaks, you have to have that tone, because it's the tone of, I'm not playing, nigga.
At some point,
you know what I'm saying?
You gotta take the tone.
Yeah.
No, this is serious.
Yeah. Like, bro, stop being. I remember one dude called him up, and this was before because he used to speak to men, and then he started speaking to women. That was one of the first shows that when COVID started, and I was like, okay, damn, we're gonna be in the house. What do I want to watch? Yep. Nothing was on TV was good, right? So I was like, okay, let me go to what's on YouTube. I haven't watched YouTube in years. And for whatever reason, he popped up, and like you said, like he was talking to mostly men at that point. I was already like sleeping in a separate room from my wife at the time. That shit was already over, right? So I'm listening to this man talk, and then go ahead. No, and I was introduced to him through Fresh and Fit, because the same thing. I was watching Fresh and Fit, and the reason why I was watching Fresh and Fit is because of the women they had on the channel. Like, to be honest with you, I don't need, like, sometimes you gotta learn the little things here. You ain't crazy until you hear those things. But from them, I'm listening to them like, you're saying the same shit, but the women are here beautiful. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the women, and then I heard him speak, and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker remind me of my mom's, because my mom's was she was a straight up chick. She'll tell you straight to your face. Like, this one girl was going out with my next door neighbor, and she's like, oh, we've been together for 10 years. And she goes, and ain't no ring on your finger, what you wasting your time for? And she's like, what? And my mom straight, I was like, this nigga ain't gonna marry you. He's still hooked up with his ex. And she's, it took another 2 years for her to see that. And then they broke up, and now she did her thing. But my mom told her straight out, like, it don't take long for a man to want to marry you.
No.
And because my pops took a year to
and that's fine. But because you want to know, like, okay, in a season of a year, how is this woman gonna be before I marry her? Like that, I have high respect for that. Like you take some time before, don't do the whole when you were in the honeymoon phase and you guys are having sex all over the house and everything, don't marry a woman then. Like you don't know her yet. Okay,
because you got to get rid of their representative.
Yep. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, so in this video I'm watching, because I went back to his early shit, and he's talking to men. I'm like, I want to see what he says to men. And this one dude is like, yo, I can't, for some reason, these women don't like me, and I'm trying to have sex. I'm a 19-year-old virgin, and this and third. They don't want to. Yep. And he turned around and said, if all you want to do is have sex, then pay a hooker, get that shit out the way, get the awkwardness out the way, and then start talking to women like a man. And he kept saying some shit. He goes, oh, I figured it out. You an asshole. The reason why nobody want to hang out with you because you an asshole. Yep. And you being an asshole on this fucking show. Yep. Now either you stop being an asshole and you fucking start learning how to be social. Yep. And maybe you'll find some fucking friends, or you just live alone and be a fucking asshole in your mother's basement.
I remember that episode.
Yep. Yo, I saw that and I said, this nigga's real. That's some real shit. Because not for nothing, he was. Right. I was like, yo, dude, who wants to hang out with a motherfucker
they
like
don't. Nobody, neither gender wants to.
Men or women. Yeah.
Yeah. So
if they don't want to hang out with you, they don't even gonna want to fuck you.
This is why we got incels now running around here saying ridiculous shit to you. Folks, when you have somebody in your comment section saying some bullshit, just know this is what's happening. Okay, they're an asshole. Yeah. They don't know how to adjust from that. So this is the engagement that they have, is to try to bait you into talking to them in comments. Yeah. That's it. That's all they have.
Yeah. Sometimes the only way they get attention is when they're an asshole.
So don't fall for it. Like I block people all day long.
Word. But then and then you listen to these women, right? And I swear to God, I would never forget this. This one girl was sitting here going, I got 2 kids and I deserve a man that makes 6 figures and a high value man and this, that, and the third. And Kevin Samuel goes, why the fuck you think you deserve a man that is high value when you already gave your body up twice for free?
Right. I love the deserve. And then that's the thing that gets me.
Yeah. And then she said that there was a plumber or somebody that was making decent money that was into her. And Kevin Samuel goes, what's wrong with this nigga?
Right.
Like, he makes good money.
Make good money. I don't know what. I don't understand. Like, they make good money. You want the status. You don't want to go to your girlfriends and say, "Hey, I got this plumber." That's what you don't want. Yeah. But this man is making good money.
Yeah, and he'll take you with your kids.
Yes. Yeah, he's not even thinking about that. Yeah. So
already, the one priority on your list is crossed off. This man accepts you with kids. Right. He wants you. What's the problem? Like, if he's butt ass ugly and you're not attracted to him, okay, I get it. Like, that you can't help that. But if you just gonna say, "Oh, fuck him, there's somebody better," when you get better, let me know. It's like I told Lay, I was like, they do that shit all the time, and I'll be on some. Go ahead, go with the tall dude that's fly and fucking everybody else that's gonna treat you bad. Go ahead. All I know, the only thing I offer is I'm gonna treat you better than that nigga. But you don't want to be treated better, so you saving my time right now. Because I ain't trying to be with nobody that wants to be fucking yelled at and shit. Shit, one girl I was very much interested in. I think I told you the story offline. The one that I hit up in the group chat that was like, yo, this bitch crazy. Like, I'm about to fuck and there's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was one of those that when we was talking a lot, she would try to get me mad. And then when I got mad, that's when she was more attentive. And in my head, I was like, oh no, I don't like being mad. Mm-hmm. Like, I spent my whole life trying not to be mad. Like, I had anger issues when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be this nigga. And when I realized that's what it takes, it was like, nah, I can't. Whatever serious affection I have for you went out the window. Just like how if I see a girl with kids, I don't mind. But if you're a bad mother, how you gonna treat my kids? That any serious relationship went out the window in that point. But I still fuck you. The dick's available. You know what I'm saying? That's a 24-hour store. Yeah. You know, but yeah, that's how I see that. Like, it doesn't turn off me caring about you because, you know, I'm a human being, but the whole, I can't get past this point of me because of this. Like, I'll have a point.
Yeah.
You know, once it gets to that point, like, oh, you trying to be my girl now? Oh, nah, we can't be anything more serious than this. If I gotta be your man to fuck, well, then I guess we just gonna talk.
Yeah, no, I'm not on nobody's roster. Like that I don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be a side nigga. Because for some reason, the most available woman is a taken woman. They got all the time in the world to talk to you. They accept your compliments. They'll flirt back with your ass. And if the shit's bad enough, they'll actually come see you. They'll make plans to come see you. They'll take time out your day. A single woman that ain't got shit to do with her life. Too busy. The fuck you too busy doing?
Right.
Chilling with your friends? Tell your friends to shut the fuck up once in a while. Let's go to movies or something. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Well, I mean, this is, like you said, it's part of the vetting process. Like, can you think independently from your friends? Like, you know, that's one of the things I look at. Because, like you said, like, because the friends, like, especially the ones that are single, they're, after a while, they're going to start, they're going to hate on anything. Because it's like, okay, wait, this man's taking one of the wolf pack out. So I gotta get her mind back on the pack.
Yep.
Let's point out something he's doing wrong. So she can think about that, plant that seed.
Yep.
And can she think independently from them? Can she tell them to go mind their own damn business? Can't. Okay.
And it sucks because there's a bunch of girls that be right for a dude but wrong because of the friends. And the same thing with some of the friends. Like, I know some dudes that they're more worried about how their friends see them with this shit.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
See me with somebody, know that I don't give a fuck what you think. I just know that.
Yeah. Me too. It's like, because, you know, it's the perception.
Yes.
You got these young guys, or you got these guys that their confidence level is not that high. Oh, shit. So the Wyatt Six just interrupted the tag team main event, and they put a cake with a candle on the floor. I guess because it's Bray Wyatt's birthday today.
That's right, it is.
Yeah, so I guess they just celebrated Bray Wyatt's birthday on SmackDown.
Nice.
Yeah, but you know, it's, you know, they have that thing where it's like, oh, I can't have her around my friends. They might judge me or this, that. My shit is like, hey, this is who I'm with. If y'all don't like her, too bad.
There have been times that like a girl would be like, hey, like, you know, we want to go, like, you know, I want to go out. And the brothers would call at this, like, almost at the same time. And I will tell them, like, none of y'all have vaginas. So I will see y'all later. Like, we hang out all the time anyway. Like, I will see y'all later.
Yeah. But there were a couple times where I know a chick wanna chill, but I know she's not giving no pussy, and I'll be on some, you know, something. I'll be all right.
No, that in
not
that
tonight.
case, no.
yeah, not tonight.
Right.
But my cousin, she was going out with this dude, and I met him a couple times. I don't know, there's something about him was like, I don't know, this guy gives just this asshole vibes, right? Yep. And then, you know, they break up, and I hear the reason why they break up, and I was like, yo, I don't know, I had this feeling like he was an asshole. And she goes, why didn't you say nothing to me?
You're not gonna listen.
You looked happy. No, it wasn't even that you wouldn't. It was like you looked happy.
Well,
like if he made you happy, but he's an asshole to everybody else, that's fine as long as he's treating you right. But if you was miserable and he looked like an asshole, then I'd have been like, yo, what the fuck you doing with this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care if he's an asshole as long as he ain't an asshole to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But also, how you gonna tell somebody like, yo, your boyfriend looked like an asshole?
That's what I'm saying. Like, especially at the beginning part of the relationship, you can't tell them a damn thing about it.
Word. Shit. It's sometimes you can't tell somebody shit when they see it in their face. Like, you know, he burned down your house, right? That's not love. That's bad. That's a bad thing. Oh no, well, you know,
He didn't mean
give
it.
him another chance. Yeah, yeah. So when he pointed the gun in your face and pulled the trigger, what was that, by accident?
He was upset
multiple times.
He had a hard day and he didn't mean it.
Yeah. Word, the bitch stabbed you multiple times. He didn't. It's okay. You back together with her?
She was on her period, and
Yeah.
so there's a week of the month you gotta run for your life every night.
Word, like I joke around with the whole stabbing shit just because, like, logically in my mind it makes sense that a woman needs structure. So if she's gonna stab you an even number of times, that's like her subconscious doing. This is like her selfishness and her like anger just coming at you, right? But if it's just a wild shit, then that's emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You only get emotion because you truly felt some shit for this nigga. That was an emotional fucking attack. Cool. Either way, if you're gonna try to stab me, we done. Don't get me wrong. It's just my logic is like, I mean, there's one difference than another. Bitch, you did that because you selfish, not because you love me.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because, you know, my brain worked different.
Same. I'm like, you know, ever since, like, remember the Muppet Babies cartoon?
Yeah.
So ever since watching the Muppet Babies and Gonzo, where, you know, like everybody's like, I still remember this episode where everybody's going over, oh, well, you know, Kermit's a frog and Miss Piggy's Piggy is a pig and Rolf is a dog. Gonzo, what are you? and this man said, I'm a weirdo. and that was it. Like it was like an epiphany. Like, I'm like, yes, that's it. So
yeah. At one point, you got to be like,
I don't fit in a box. Like I just don't.
Yeah. Hello.
And I tell people that I'm like, I'm gonna tell you now, I don't fit in a box. Like you're gonna just try to describe me to your friends, and you're not gonna be able to like use a label. Like you're just gonna have to describe how the night went, and how I look and whatever. But you're not gonna be able to put me in a box. Never believe me until we start doing stuff during the date. And they're laughing their ass off at some of the stuff. Like, you know, I'm like Tom Hanks sometimes in the movie Big on dates, you know. So, you know,
I hear you.
So then they get it. They're like, okay, this guy's he's something else. Like he's something.
Shit, and it's weird because it's like I never expected that from you. Well, you never got to know me.
Right? What do you mean? Yeah.
Like that sound boring. You just know one-dimensional people.
Nope.
I'm into a lot of shit.
Nope. I'm definitely not, you know, I'm not an NPC.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I remember one time I was talking to this girl and she was a part of this thing in Manhattan where it was like a networking thing, you know, where you go there and you meet different people. And she met a group of people and they like wanted to volunteer. And I was on some, I mean, this bitch, like, I could have a conversation with her. Like, in my head, I was like, I think she's worth this. So I went to volunteer to help clean some woman's farmland. You know, like the trees fell down or something like that. She was the older woman.
What up, Kofi?
It wound up that this woman reminded me of my mother. You know, she had blue eyes, blonde hair, and the way she, like, the look she gave, like, for some reason, she reminded me of my mother. But anyway, while we're driving up there, I'm letting people play their music. And this girl goes, yo, how come you don't play your music? I said, because you don't want to hear my shit. She's like, what are you talking about? What do you listen to? I was like, nah. I got such a wide range of music that we'll be here sitting fucking listening to Motown. Then we'll go into crying and then we'll go into death rock. Right. Like, you're not ready for this shit. Like, I'm the only one that's tuned into fucking, I want to know what turn. Like, it's easy. Yeah. Easy. It'll turn. Yeah, I don't have a playlist just R&B. No, we going, let's randomize this motherfucker. I'll be in the middle of the fucking street looking for parking with some fucking Boys and Men blasting, turn around the corner. Next thing you know, I got fucking Tech 9 playing. It's like, what happened? Yeah. This nigga was in love for a second.
Now he wants to shoot somebody.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Shit, why he keep saying fuck Drake?
Yeah. No, that's a lot like my playlist. Like it's pretty all over the place, and I've won some karaoke, like where they just play a song and you just got to sing it. I've won that a few times because they look at me and they think I don't know. Like I can tell they were looking at me and they were playing certain songs thinking I wouldn't know it, and I was like, nope. Tennessee whiskey, come on, keep it going. You have to try harder than that. So yeah. Word. So like you said, like I just like music. So
yeah, anything that sound good that I can fuck with, I listen to it. Shit, you listen to country music?
Yeah, I can go with country.
So Darius Rucker is one of the people of the country music that I listen to. And I just found maybe a couple months ago the Wagon Wheel song. And bro, I heard it in a bluegrass channel. And I was like, this song sounds catchy.
Yes.
Then I started listening to Darius Rucker, and then I heard his version. I was like, oh, this shit is dope. Like he made this shit dope. And then I'm just driving down the highway in a fucking wagon wheel in the Bronx, just like, yeah. Like I'm the type of motherfucker. I'll drive down Harlem playing NSYNC.
What about you?
Motherfuckers
you got
looking at me and like,
ground?
It's like, it's like, yeah.
I gotta learn that step though.
And motherfuckers just be looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? And because I don't get embarrassed. Right. So and I'm just fucking blasting wagon wheel on this motherfucker. I'm recording. I'm sending to my family. My family like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I said, I don't know yet. But you want the long answer or the short answer?
My daughter had to learn real quick not to be embarrassed when I came to pick her up because I'm like, all I'm going to do is turn it up if you get embarrassed. You know that. So here she is trying to put her folder up to her face, right? So I roll down all the windows, get into the parking spot right in front, and we're gonna have a funk good time. And I get out the car and start doing James Brown stuff, right? So I said, I said, the more embarrassed you act, the more I'm going to turn it up. So that's the kind of dad I like. That's me.
Hey, shit, that's the best fucking. My mom was one of those people too. Like, you don't get embarrassed here, brother.
Well, I mean,
that's why I don't get embarrassed.
I did my daughter's 20. I kept her off the pole. I did my job.
Hey,
so
yeah, according to Chris Rock, that's all you need to do. Keep them off the pole and off the crack, and they'll be all right.
Keep you all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit, yo, when I first got my driver's license, I was driving around. I graduated high school like a week earlier than my boy did. So I was like, yo, I got the car. I'm going to pick you up. I was like, all right. I'm in front of, I got a green minivan. And it ain't nothing crazy. It's a caravan. Right. And I'm outside the front entrance. And he comes out. And I'm playing my music. And my man's like, yo, you can't play that here. That's a word. And I had speakers and I didn't have a system. I raised that shit up. And all the girls are looking at me and this nigga sitting in the minivan. And all you hear is, hey there, lonely girl, lonely girl. And my boy went like this. He said like this. He said, he put the seat back down. And I look at the girls. I start singing that. I said, what's your name, shorty? He's like, yo, go, 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 go. I was like, nah, what's your name? My name is
Larry.
They start laughing.
And I'm an Aquarius.
They start laughing.
Slow down.
I'm like, come on, bro. It's like, shit. Ain't no fucking, don't be embarrassed here, player. Oh, when we first met Ray, you know Ray. He's easy to embarrass. We first met Ray. I'm looking for parking. He's the first person online going to a show, and he's at this point he was in the chat, and I saw what he looked like. I pull up, and I stop, and I look at the line. I was like, Ray, I see you, Ray. We coming for you, Ray. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna park and we gonna find you, Ray. And he's like, what the? And people online like, who the fuck is he talking to? Ray was like, oh my God, please go. No, I don't need this.
You need this.
Yeah. You want to be a part of this crew? You need this. Shit, that's what I thought fit this shit. That we all had our own personalities, just accept each other for who we are.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Word, man. That's how it is. Like, my shit, I learned a long time ago. I can't expect nobody to be anything other than themselves because I'm not going to be nothing other than myself. And if you're not an ass, like, there's some people I can't fuck with. They just dickheads, assholes, some shit that I don't like.
Exactly.
But then, but if you cool with me, be who you are.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, I can't tell you who to be. Shit. It's too hard for me to figure out who the fuck I am if I'm going to tell you who to be.
No, that's how it is for most people, and that's why I more look at people sideways when it's somebody trying to tell people what to do and how to live. And I was like, dude, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, well, how are you?
Yeah.
Leave that man alone.
Word. And then the top, you be sitting there and people like, oh, I'm going through all this shit. I'm like, so is everybody else. Everybody
got something.
Yeah. Like, yo, I sympathize with what you're going through, but that don't make it that you're the only important person in the world.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, don't bring a whole party of people down just because, come on, man.
Yeah.
This is, in fact, you came out with this. This is supposed to be you dropping that at the door. And
yeah, we supposed to have fun.
Yeah, what we're doing here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about Vegas yesterday. So remember, Vegas ain't but a couple hours from here. So
yeah.
So it was nothing for us to go, hey, let's go to Vegas, and we went and you go do outlandish shit, So
yeah, I can imagine.
Because I also had friends that, especially like we were, we took theater together. So and part of theater, one of the classes is improv. So we would do just like we'd be standing in line somewhere and come up with the most outlandish shit you ever heard, and we're acting it out like it's real in the line, and people getting people involved in this fake whatever we made, like just off and we're shooting from the hip, just. And people are like, and you can just see jaws dropping and everything as we're just coming up with this crazy ass story because we're bored in line, or stuff like we wear red shirts to Target and be rude to customers. That's the other thing that we like to
do. Shit, you can't do that around here, man.
Can you tell me where this is? No, I can't. I'm gonna get your manager. Get him.
I want to meet the motherfucker. He owe me money.
$15 anyway. Tell him to come over here.
Shit, you can't do that in the Bronx because there ain't no fucking people working in the goddamn Target. What's going on, Gigi? You just got out of work. Damn.
Just got out of
work.
About
a late shift. Shit.
Damn, girl.
That's one thing I hate about fucking night shifts.
Yeah.
I used to work at the airport, JFK, and I used to have the 5 to 1 in the morning. Dude, when I got home and I woke up, I had to go to work. Like, literally, it was like, damn, I ain't got no time. Like, I can't eat lunch. I can't take a proper shit. I got to go because traffic is going to be an hour away. So, like, I got to fucking leave as soon as I wake up. I hated that shit.
Once I worked at LAX for a summer, but I was lucky enough to have the day shifts. But that shit is not easy work. Like that shit, working at the airport's fucking hard.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, I used to be the ramp agent, so I was the one that put your bags on and off the plane. Right. There'd be times where it's like, yo, this is the plane you got. Like, all right, cool, but it's what's called a layover. So we'll empty it and then we'll fill it. And there'll be times where it's like that plane ain't leaving for 3 hours. So I'm literally sitting in the belly of that plane waiting for bags for 3 hours. Just watching YouTube or some shit. One time I was chilling with a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like we put this dog in the belly. We strapped it down, And I'm just sitting there, me and the dog watching YouTube. I'm showing the dog like, look at this motherfucker right here.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, because he was scared, like he's shaking and shit. So I was like, I'm not gonna leave this motherfucker up here. So I was like, look at this motherfucker right here, and we watching YouTube together.
Dude, I was a sky cap.
Like, damn, but then,
and let me,
but then other times, my bad. But like Mexico, their planes are so small that they don't have all there is belly. So the way that like the big planes work is that we put your bags in this box before it gets on the plane, and then we'll drive to the plane and we'll put the box in the belly in the big section of the plane. And everything's already organized. Okay. And then the loose shit that comes late, we'll put in the belly. Just as the open spot. Mexico is all belly. So we'll have 200-300 bags that we have to physically pick up and throw out of the plane.
Wow.
And the belly, I'm short, so I got to be bent over. Imagine your ass in there trying to fucking move a bag bent over, 200 bags just moving and putting on a fucking, on a trail. It's like, that's backbreaking. But sometimes you get that 3-hour gap, and the other times like, motherfucker, I can't get a break.
Yep. This plane's coming in. Yep. I was a sky cap. And let me tell y'all, there's people, like, the list of people you don't mess with, like people that are handling your food, and the people that are handling your luggage. Don't mess with them.
Yeah.
All right. I remember.
Unless you got that wrap on that motherfucker.
Dude, so this one guy, they pull up in a limo. He and his wife get out. They got about 15 bags. And it's just 2 of them. And they're going on this vacation, and they're all perfectly tan, and they both got $1,000 outfits on. I'm tagging all these bags. And this man pulls out a wad of money that he can barely hold in his hand. And he starts flipping through it. He gives me a $5 bill, and he walks into the airport. I was like, bet. So I took his wife's bags and I sent them to Anchorage, Alaska. His bags got there perfectly. Bags and golf clubs got there perfectly fine on their plane. Her bags.
$5 worth of bags.
Her bags with the Anchorage, Alaska. Do not mess with the people that handle your luggage.
Word. I mean, shit, bro. This, like, I understand sometimes people they can't afford the fucking tip shit. You pull out a wad of money, demand $100.
15 bags.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that you can.
Yeah, like, come on. Or be like, yo, bro, I appreciate you, man. Just something to be like, my bad.
He didn't say a damn
bitch
thing.
Crazy. Yeah, you know, like, my bad, this bitch crazy. We going for that for the weekend. I don't know what the fuck she need all these bags for. Let me help you.
Yeah, he didn't say a damn thing.
It's like, shit, you think we serving? That's the problem. I don't like when.
And my friends were like, why'd you send her bags? I was like, oh, because he's going to have to hear that the whole trip. I know what I'm doing.
Because if he lose his shit, he lose his shit. He could go to Walmart and get some. She lose her shit. Nah, it was one pair of shoes she been dying to wear all weekend, but now it's in Alaska. Yeah, the lip balm she can't find nowhere but in Spain is in Alaska.
I said, nothing gonna make her happy. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, nothing gonna make that woman happy now. Because we know why she with that nigga.
He ever has.
Yep. Shit, we know why he with that nigga. Yeah. Shit, man. She there to take pictures of herself.
Exactly.
All them bathing suits is now in Alaska and shit. Can't Amazon no fucking overnight bathing suit to herself.
Well, see, and this is this is before cell phones, right?
Oh,
and this is when I can go as a sky cap. I can go to the plane. So I used to mess with people like when they were late. I was like, dude, you're never gonna make it. Oh man, like, you know what? Give me 100. I will walk your bag to the plane. And sure enough, I could do it. Like I can swipe a couple times and I can go literally right to the plane. They don't do that no more. Yeah. but yeah, I used to not even knowing what's in the bag. Just putting the bag on the plane.
Hey. Shit, no, I hear you. Now the security's so fucking tight, they will be on some, yo, if you walk through a door and somebody's coming behind you, close the door in their face, let them scan their own shit and come in.
That's right.
And we had it, like, security would be by the door, and it was literally, I opened it up, I closed it, they open it up, they close it, and it's a line of people opening and closing the door just so they could scan their fucking that thing and then know who's going in. I'm like,
Yep.
why don't you just have us scan it while the fucking door's open? Like, there's a scan reader. You can scan the shit. It don't matter if it's open or not.
It was the same thing when I worked at Apple.
Oh.
When you work at Apple, I'm talking about you're just going to the damn break room, and then you're going outside to the garden. So to go outside the garden, you got to swipe your ID. Even if there's something, like you said, if somebody's right behind you, you have to close the door on them, and they have to swipe their. So Apple didn't play that either.
Shit. You would think they have government fucking secrets or something. It's a fucking cell phone.
I'm like, don't you have facial recognition? Like, yeah.
Like,
There's some rooms I can get in just putting my face in the camera.
Yeah, and you got cameras up there. Like, who went outside at 2 o'clock in the morning? DJ and look like Rebecca went outside too. Why didn't she scan? I don't know. The door was open. What you want? We caught her. Like, but she stole a flower from the garden. Hit that bitch.
We were gonna use that for one of the new colors.
Yeah, motherfucker. That was the best yellow we had.
Get her.
Someone took an extra pack of M&M's. That's not for you. That's for section B.
Yeah, dang it. Well, I'll buy him a pack of M&M's.
Like, what the fuck? He goes to $1.50, motherfucker. Shut up. Oh man, I hate that shit too. In the hospital I work at, we have a faculty club. It's like a restaurant. Mostly the doctors go there, but anybody could go there. You know, it's just regular food, and it's like buffet style. But now with COVID, it's behind the thing, and they have to serve. So you tell them what you want, and they serve. Now the older women, we go there, and they're like, "Hey, Poppy, how you doing?" And they feed you like you their child. I'm like, "Oh, thank you, appreciate it." But the younger women and there's one dude, they feed you like this is their food.
Right.
Like someone said, share your food, and they say, here goes 2 grains of rice and 1 piece of chicken. Now get the fuck out of here. I'm like, no. I don't know if you know how this works. I'm a grown man. I need food. What the fuck is this? There be times I wait. Like, no, you can go. This I don't like this nigga. I want this girl to fucking give me food. Right. Even if it's 2 extra kernels, I don't care. She giving me this food with love. I don't know what the fuck. You got other food coming out the back. It's like I never understood that. No,
like the people that act like Dwight from The Office, where they act like it's their money and it's their food, like you're saying. Yeah. Like, dude, when you're gone, they're gonna replace you. Like it ain't that serious.
Word. It's a pack of pens, bro. Order the fucking pack of pens.
They don't care.
Yeah.
You're a warm body.
Yep. And yo, dude, and they will be happy to remove it. I've seen it. Where it's one of those things where it's like, yo, this person makes X amount of money and they figured out a way to get rid of them and they hire somebody with less pay. Because now they don't have the experience.
I've seen some people pass away at in the office, or while they're still had a position, I'll say. And 2 weeks later, somebody's sitting at the desk, a new person. I'm like, God dang!
Yeah. Didn't even wait for them to get buried yet. All right, this is Steve, everybody.
And we're like, God,
he's gonna be taking Luther's space. Like, what?
Don't forget to sign the card, like as they're introducing the new person. Like, God.
This motherfucker's in there like, what happened to Luther? He died. When? He died this afternoon. Why damn, was Steve waiting? Was it a jury system? He was an alternate? What the fuck? What's going on?
He was on the bench.
Yeah, the motherfucker been waiting outside this whole time. I can't wait the motherfucker die.
They called the bullpen phone and
yeah, shit. Warmed up already. You don't even need to practice. Came in here and started typing shit. He got a code already. Like, the fuck? It take a week to get that ID. Where you got that shit from?
Why you got business cards? I had to order mine.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Oh, wait, he got that nice fucking keyboard. Wait a minute.
Why his keyboard light up?
What's going on?
Yeah. Mine feel like cheap
my screen
plastic.
Is green.
Keyboard
my screen is still green with the little dot. Like, what happened? This motherfucker got a 4K monitor in this motherfucker.
Do I gotta quit and get rehired so I can get some of the good stuff?
Word. Like, shit. You gotta pass to the break room? Wait a minute. I don't even have plastic break room. I've been here 30 years. I fucking made the break room.
I gotta wait till somebody walk in, and
and then they pissed at me and shit. What the fuck? Shit, man. I seen that once though. One of the apartments. This woman, she was there for like 30, 40 years. Something. She was 2 weeks away from retiring. I shit you not, DJ. 2 weeks away from retiring, and they came up to her with some bullshit. Oh, you were late, but we gotta let you go. They fired her 2 weeks before she retired. And I'm sitting there like, what? Like, yeah, they said they rid her up like 3 times. She was late and they fired her. I'm like, yo, that's bullshit. That's straight out bullshit. Like, I seen some shit like, I was like, all right, like that would be one of those, all right, I'm going to sue you for something now.
I mean, 2 weeks, I wouldn't care if she came in at, in the middle of the day. Fuck it.
Yeah, she gone. She gone. Like, you about to retire. She old already. Like, yeah, how much work you want this woman to do? Like, in all honesty. Like, come on. Like, unless she's a doctor and she got 14 fucking surgeries coming up, it's not that serious.
It really isn't. Late.
Like, we got, there's apartments, these women were telling me, now, in the hospital is like 98% women.
Mm-hmm.
So,
same with
this
social
woman was
work.
telling me that, yeah, like when she took off, everybody in the department hated them. Like, whoever calls out sick, the next day, they gave you shit for it. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
These are your days. Like, you can't be healthy all the time.
And that's mentally, too. What if I wanted a day to just fucking...
And what happens when you take vacation? They would be pissed at you because you took a week? Like, those are hours you accumulated. They owe you those hours. Like,
and they're not going to give them to you.
This was a part of the contract. Yeah, like, this is a part of the contract that you signed when you got here. What's the fucking issue? It's like, God forbid someone has a... And then you wonder why your fucking department sucks.
Right. No morale. Everybody's burnt out.
Oh, yo, I told that shit to one manager. She hired a fucking motivational speaker. And it was at the end of the day, and the dude set up. I said, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm talking to the manager like that. I work in the mailroom. I own your package. You can't tell me shit. Your patient needs medicine, I got it. Remember, I'm the one running up the stairs to bring this shit to you, not nobody else.
So you're a tech?
No, so now I'm the supervisor of the mailroom. So when, we handle the mail that comes in and the medicine and the supplies and everything that comes in from like the post office and UPS that they order for the hospital, for the building.
Okay. That's two of my best friends are ER techs, and I get all kinds of stories, but yeah.
No, yeah. But I also am training right now to do facilities because my department is also part of facilities. So I would be putting in like work orders and stuff to get the hospital fixed. So like, let's say if the walls are scuffed up, I will put a work order for somebody to paint the walls. If the toilet don't work, I send somebody to go fix the toilet and shit. So that's what I'm training to do now. But yeah, so I've been doing the mailroom shit for like 15 years now. In September, it'll be 15 years. Nice. And I told her, at the time I was there for like 7, I said, you don't need a motivational speaker. The problem is that these women are not, it's not that they're motivated. They're not motivated. They don't trust each other. You need team building exercises for these women. They only talk shit to each other because there's someone back there saying there's someone over there that ain't shit. And then it was true because what the manager would hire people say, yo, don't talk to this person because this person, they like to talk and blah, blah, blah. And it turned out she didn't like black people. So she was more like the Spanish people. She was more catering to them. She didn't talk to them and she always spreading rumors and shit. And I'm like, you can see it. If I'm here, look at, dude, in all honesty, DJ, let's say you're working in a hospital and the person next to you, like you're in the front desk or in the reception area and your doctor, you have 2 doctors, the person next to you has 2 doctors, but you're part of the same department. And I come up to you and like, the person that's sitting next to you, this is their doctor's medicine. Wouldn't you be like, yo, give it to me, I'll give it to them when they come back?
Yes.
Not there.
Wait till they come back.
I don't want to be responsible for that shit. Come back later.
Yeah.
She's not here. I'm not taking it. and I would have to hunt somebody down to take the shit. And I'm like, what?
Damn.
Like, so fuck the patient because you got a problem with her. And the real problem you got with her is because someone else told you that this bitch told me sick. Yeah. Like, what? That's you, dude. The one time I heard somebody say some shit about me, I walked up to that person. I said, so you said this? It's like, no. Like, this person said you said this shit about me. Like, nah, I ain't say that. So what was the problem? What was the conversation? I ain't say nothing. Yeah, it was, because I'm over here like, so what was the issue? What was said that was misconstrued, or is she just starting shit? And he's like, oh, you just starting shit. All right, cool. Don't fuck with me no more. Like, I'm not afraid to just be like, what's the issue here? What's the beef? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I can't sit there. If I don't like you, I don't like you.
Right.
But I'm not gonna sit there and not like you because someone else said you said something.
No.
Like, what'd you say?
No, you earn my dislike.
Yeah. Because that's another thing, DJ. Is like, once I don't like you, it's over. It's over.
I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You see the Toe in the Show, we be chilling out here.
His show just goes in and out, and
Ray apparently been on vacation all week. Didn't tell nobody nothing.
Ray. I mean, he screwed over the Knicks for 2 games now, and
yeah. Today he's in Jersey with his cousin.
Okay,
and he over here talking about I can't get the app to work. I'm like, if Show can get the app to work, anybody can get that.
Show is doing all kinds of stuff. Every time he pops on, he's doing something. I think he was on a Broadway stage one time when he came on the show, and you can't get that.
He's over here practicing his Michael Jackson moves and shit.
He's bowing at the last thing, and people are like, "Oh, hey, y'all, hey, everybody!" You know,
like, flowers getting thrown at him and shit.
Like, totally.
That's why I had to learn how to speak. Show
doing the dance number from Staying Alive.
Word. With the wig on and shit.
No, part 2 where he was in Broadway.
Yeah. Fuck. And then Kenny just like the joke goes, he just left you on the doorstep. Said it's your problem now.
I'm like, God, dog. How I get dropped from 2 shows in a year? How?
It was like shit. Don't worry, DJ. You safe here, DJ. Don't worry about it.
God, dog.
I remember when I opened up the door and you was just like this.
What the?
You just looking for the what? I was here with somebody.
And y'all started saying stuff. I was like, God, dog, what the?
I remember
the circus.
Yep. I remember you was like, in my head was like, oh, DJ was not warned.
Nope. Not at all.
Baptism under fire. But then one day you said, fuck it.
I did.
Oh, I hear you.
I'm just gonna jump in. What the?
Yeah, fuck it.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, the bitch pussy blue.
What's the worst that can happen? My supervisor watches the show. I mean,
yeah, right. Shit.
Like, hey, I'm off the clock.
Word. And we ain't doing nothing to represent where we were anyway. So you don't
I'm not
know.
Even using my government name for this show.
Yeah, right. Shit.
When I first started podcasting, though, I was teaching in a classroom, and that's what like. So my partner at the time was like, "Yeah, you need to use a moniker because these kids are fucking nosy." I was like, "You're right."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nah, I hear you. But I don't know if you was aware when I used to do the tips of the day.
Oh yeah.
There was one time I did it at work, and I had my work shirt on, and my boss doesn't follow me, but she got a recommendation on the shit. She saw
That's funny.
And she pulled me to the side and she goes, listen, technically what you said doesn't mean, like, you didn't do nothing out of the guidelines of, being on social media. But because you have the Columbia shirt on, it can cause problems. So if you have the Columbia shirt on and you say reckless shit, Columbia can let you go for that because, you're representing them. So then I was like, all right, I can't be in anything that has anything that associated with them or anything like that. So
No, that's right.
I was like, all right, hey, I take the shirt off. That's why most of the time you see me with the wife beaters, like, and you see it with show with a fucking sticky pad nowhere on his chest. We covering up all that motherfucker. You don't know where we at. Yeah, I represent the knuckleheads. I don't represent nothing else. And even half the time I say shit, the rest of the knuckleheads, they don't represent me.
One of my favorite shows, like I have XM radio, and I love Quake's house. Like, so the comedian Earthquake, and he has a bunch of comedians on, and they'll ask a question and go around the table. And sometimes somebody will say something so outlandish, they have this pre-recording of the views expressed are not attached to the station. Oh man! So you just hear everybody cracking up laughing every time they have to hit the button on somebody.
I used to, when we was in Restream, I used to have that little ticker in the back. The views of toe tags, not the views of anybody else on this podcast.
Our views of the new world order.
Your word, shit. But I mean, shit. That's how. Fuck it. Like sometimes I feel like shit needs to be said.
It does. Like, so that's the thing about our society, man. Like, I was like, somebody was debating me about, there's no good spinoffs. Like, cause there's some show is gonna spin off. And there's no good spinoffs. I was like, most of the historic shows are spinoffs. Oh, what are you talking about? Yeah. And then so I went through. A lot of those were from the 70s and 80s. I'm like, so what does that mean of anything? Like, what does it mean what year it was made? Like, those are, you asked me for spinoffs, and I gave you spinoffs that are forever. Like, we're still watching them. Like, so I told you the name of the show, and you knew what it was.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? What does it matter when it was made? Kids, boy. Like, the kids now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're delusional.
Well, it's like nothing is supposed to have happened before they were born. And it's like, I told them, like, okay, I watched Stanford and Son, for example, in Good Times. I was born in 78. I'm watching, so from the time I was born, I'm watching reruns. Those shows were already done when I was born.
Yep.
So what are you talking about? Like, why is it that something from the past can't entertain you? I don't understand.
My cousin told me about Sanford and Son. I actually took a week off and I watched the whole series. I was like, yo, this shit good.
Yes, it is.
And it shocked me, too, because when they started using the words, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought, wait a minute. Everybody's so fucking sensitive now. My man literally said faggot on the show. Yeah.
I remember that episode.
And I remember when Red Fox, the Spanish neighbors, like, look at these pigs moving in here. And I said, what? And I'm like, wait, they said that out of nowhere? But now you get killed. Like, now everybody's so offended by it.
It's still a famous episode when Lamont goes to traffic court. Yeah. And then Fred decides to be his lawyer. And he goes, now, are you giving the tickets out evenly? Well, yeah. Well, how are you giving them out evenly? Look at all the niggas in here.
Yeah, there ain't not a bunch of niggas in here. Yeah.
And everybody was, like, you can hear the crowd go, oh. And all the actors started high-fiving him. And what I heard was that was a real moment. Like, that was a real moment where the people that were in the scene were like, yeah, so.
It's the truth. It's like, yo, ain't no white person getting no fucking ticket. But yeah, and now I'm watching, I'm like, wait, why is everybody so fucking sensitive if that's the truth? It's
because
like, damn,
we had common sense back then. It was, if you didn't like something, the channel, you can turn the channel going up. You could turn the channel going down. You didn't have, you could turn the fucking channel. I'm tired of people telling me what they don't like and then having these whole soliloquies about them not like, for example, the latest Assassin's Creed game. I love that. This game is dope. I don't care what you think about the Black Samurai. There are 2 characters in the game, by the way. There's a young lady, a Japanese young lady, and a Black Samurai. You get to play as both of them. There was a Black Samurai with this man's name in history. You go to Japan, you can see statues of him. So he's a real person, okay? But you have people that want to, well, he wasn't really this, and he didn't do this, and he didn't do. Who gives a fuck?
It's a game. You got to take liberty.
God, dog. I'm like, so other iterations of Assassin's Creed, you were out here assassinating, Ben Franklin. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back for you.
Yeah. Like, Tom Cruise can be a samurai, but this black man who really was can't be.
So
that's crazy.
So yeah. So I'm just like, so just tell, like, so sometimes at the end of me coming back or something, just tell me you don't like people of color. Like, it's okay. Like, I'd rather you just tell me that instead of trying to do this dance around. Oh, well, all this verbal gymnastics to just go around. You didn't like seeing a black man as a samurai. Just tell me that, and we can move on. You don't like people of color doing anything else other than, like, I bet you if this was GTA 6 and this man was running down the street with a wife beater and sagging pants, you'd be fine. Like, okay, there you go. That's what he's supposed to be doing.
Yep. With a shotgun and some Tim. Shit. Yeah. Shit, it's like the comic book show we talk about these shows, and it's like, yo, like Ironheart. Mm-hmm. It's the most disliked
for no
trailer on
fucking
YouTube.
reason.
And I'm saying like, yo, the only reason why you don't like it is because it's a black woman.
You haven't seen the show yet.
As lead, yeah, and hello, this woman is supposed to be just as fucking smart as Tony Stark. Like, if you don't like the whole problem with the new Captain America movie is like, y'all don't like that Captain America's black. If you look at the fucking comics, Falcon was Captain America.
He took the mantle.
Yeah.
And then I love the excuse. Like, I want to slap somebody that tells me this. Well, he didn't take the serum. So
he never took
it. And then I'm just like, okay, so you don't like Batman. Well, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, Batman has 0 powers just like Sam.
Yeah.
And he goes against Solomon Grundy and all these other people that, like, and handles it the way he can handle it. And in the movie, he handles it the way he was able to. He had to use his fucking brain. Yep. So that's what the movie's about.
And it goes to show you he doesn't need the serum, and that's why Steve Rogers gave him the fucking shield. People can't see the forest past the trees because of the color. And you would think with 2025, you would think that'd be the last thing people would be concerned about.
It's the first now,
but it's still the only thing they're concerned
first
about.
Thing.
Yeah.
Like, again, just tell me you don't like this brother wearing the Captain America. I mean, when people lost their shit, I remember when people lost their shit, and it's about to happen again. So everybody buckle up. When, Steve Rogers says, Hell Hydra after he does something evil.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew right away, I was like, okay, this is setting up something. It's like, come on now. We've been reading Steve Rogers since the 40s. Like, we know that something else is up. Why are you losing your shit? This is not where the story is going. You're getting set. I guess maybe we watched wrestling too long too. I'm like, this is setting up something. Why are you losing? I don't understand why people were losing it and sending letters to Marvel and all this bullshit. Dude, relax. This is going to be a story that's coming up. Read the story first. If it got to the end of the story and it goes, yeah, I'm really evil. Okay, now we can be upset. But to get to the front of the story and Hell Hydra, oh, what is this?
Okay. and DJ, there was a comic run where he was a part of Hydra.
That's what I'm talking about, Secret War, right? And it's gonna happen again. They're gonna do that storyline, and I know people that haven't read this. We're gonna have a second wave of people getting upset. I'm just getting people ready now, just like them seeing Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, I'm like, again, this happened. Like, you know, and I have to just remind myself, because I remember going to see Spider-Man, and I'm talking about the first one, like with Tobey Maguire. And I'm sitting in the theater, and I remember hearing people cry when Uncle Ben dies. I'm like, I know Uncle Ben died since I was 6 years old. I'm like, these people have not read. These people haven't. They just literally saw a Spider-Man movie and just came to the theater and never knew any of this stuff. So that's when I knew right then. I was like, some people literally do not read nothing. They just whatever comes on a television screen or a movie screen.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen. I'm just buckle up, folks. You're gonna hear about people being mad about characters that are all of a sudden evil, or you know, and not let it. You know, I'm not gonna even say simmer. Not let it cook.
Fucking DJ say it.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Finish the story, DJ. Finish the story.
I'm gonna leave story alone. I'm gonna let simmer.
All the S words.
Let it cook. Let it cook.
No, but yeah, it's true though. Because like people are mad that Superman blinked when they threw the can at him in the trailer, and I'm like, yo, but if you look at the way he blinked, it wasn't a blink of like react. It was a blink. It was like a little like, this motherfucker, like, dude, you don't realize what the fuck I'm doing here? And instantly that one blink made me realize, okay, what is like America is known for like owning shit. So people think that Superman is their hero. It's America's hero. He's an alien from another planet. And his whole thing is to protect people. Guess what's out there in other countries? People. And if they're in danger, he has the speed to go there in seconds to save them. Why are you getting mad? He's saving people around the world.
Oh, here's the one that I laughed at. So when the robots are holding him to the yellow sun as the yellow sun is hitting him. And this is how far I think our education system has just failed us. So, and he's, you know, looking like he's in pain as the sun is hitting him, right? And people are like, oh, what is this? The yellow sun would never hurt Superman. I'm like, it's not like, so have you ever broke something and had it reset?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good.
And it's still radiation going through his body.
Like, healing doesn't feel good. After you've healed, he feels good, but not the process does not feel good.
And imagine how much pain Superman has to be in to need help to get healed.
So I'm like, you know again, watch the movie first. Before you don't even know what's happening. You have no idea what's happening.
For real, like what the fuck?
All this
like, I remember one time,
like, let's pre-hate everything.
Shit, I remember one time there was a cartoon where they literally hit Superman with a nuclear missile.
Yeah,
and it turned him like super skinny, and, like, and it fucked. And he went to the sun, and it took whatever, but he was in pain, and he came back, and he was better. And they were like, "Yo, you sucked up so much radiation from the sun that you got radiation poison."
Yep,
This is Superman. Like, his molecules work, but in a different way. You do know he would be nothing more than a human on Krypton.
Right. That's why the red sun makes him normal.
Yeah. Like, listen, motherfucker. If you had superpowers, it still hurts. Nothing hurts Superman.
Did you see?
He just has a higher pain.
Did you see Thunderbolts?
Yes.
What'd you think? Like, so now we're weeks ahead. So sorry if you haven't seen it yet, but we're we're going through it.
A new event. I liked it. I kind of liked it.
All right, like, so because I'm somebody that, like, I go through my own mental health stuff.
Yeah.
And so first off, I love the movie. Like, all right,
okay.
So I'm not gonna say.
Because I thought you was going to go another way. I was like, damn.
So, no, it was a great movie.
I want to hear why you don't like it.
It's a good movie, yo.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah.
But whoever wrote the script for like the dark side of that character,
the void.
Whoever wrote the what the void is saying knew what the hell they were doing. All right, because that is the exact language that runs through a person's head that is struggling with depression. Like that's the exact words, everything. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, why do I have a ball? Like I have a knot in my throat. And then okay, well, like while he was going through that last scene where he's fighting with it, and I call so as I'm leaving the theater, I call one of my friends that I knew he watched it too. I said, wait, so I'm just making sure I'm not tripping. That scene where he's fighting the void, was it hitting you too? He's like, yes. I was like, okay. Like, so yeah, they had that particular thing, they had it down. So just be like, if you have not seen it, just be prepared is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Even the shit that Yelena was going through, like a lot of the stuff I connect with, because like my walls are down. Ever since I lost my mother, my walls have been down. Like I'll be in a movie theater, it'll be a comedy, and something happened, I'll have a tear come down my eye. You know what I'm saying? So like the shit that Yelena was saying, where she felt alone, that she lost her sister, and she thought that this dude was okay, and he's like, I'm fucking lying to you. Like I'm fucked up too. Yes. Like I'm asking you for, you know, and she's like, oh, but, and I'm like, she didn't see that? And my brother's like, no, she's the type that she's going to let you live the lie until you admit it. And she's a spy. Right. But I'm like, and then he gave that speech to her, and I'm listening to it, and my brother was like, oh, did you catch how he never dismissed what she felt? He goes, you know, the reason why you want to be the goalie, right? And she goes, because I didn't want to run. He goes, that may be true. Like that him going, that may be true. Solidified, like, yes, you didn't want to run, which is true. But the ultimate reason was you wanted to be the person everyone depended on when they fucked up. And when my brother reiterated that to me, I was like, you know something? That's powerful.
Yes, it is.
Because to go up to somebody like, oh, you know why this is? Because I don't want to do that. It's like, nah, that's not the reason. Like, fuck? You gonna tell me why?
Yeah. No, you can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yeah. The acknowledgement of him, like the true father, like, no, yeah, that may be true, but you wanted to be the person. It's like, I'm not gonna say that you not wanting to run.
No, because that's probably because it probably was.
Yeah. True. As a kid, that's probably what you felt. But the real reason, that deep down inside, I know, is because you wanted to be the person that protected the people that fucked up. And she was like, that was good. Yeah. And even U.S. agent, when she turned around, was like, you're a bitch, like you're an asshole. Even your family knows that. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they went after they made everybody have to face truth, like their real, like raw truth. Like, no, this is the raw truth about you.
Yeah,
and everybody had to eat it. Like, you're like, okay, no, that's real. And that was the only way you were going to beat this guy, was that you had to be able to face your shit, and that know it's there. And in life, that's how you become the person you were meant to be. Because, you know, when you're stuck in a rut, it's easy to be that assassin that just digs you in that hole of I don't give a shit further than it is to face who you are, change who you are to be, you know, so you're not that person anymore and become a hero. You know, like easily they could have left and let everybody die, but they stood there and they saved these people. In fact, he wasn't even really tripping on them. Like, he could have, like, they could have just, like you said, he was going after everybody else. They could have just escaped if they wanted to. Yep. But they just like, no, we gotta face this.
Yeah. There's no one else here. We're the one. It's like Colossus. 4 or 5 times. That's what makes you a hero.
That's right. And he wasn't lying. It's not a lie. There's no lies in that.
It's like, you don't wake up a hero, get dressed a hero. It's like, you know, when shit hits the fan, that's when you make the choice.
That's right.
You know, shit.
So yeah,
That's why I tell people, it's like I grew up watching movies, and my mother would try to figure out the lesson you learned from these movies, whether it be a small lesson or something, like even if it's a comedy, it'd be like, you see how he's hiding his jokes, or he's hiding his insecurity or his depression from the jokes. Like then you start noticing shit, like, oh, like Robin Williams. After a while, when you see it's like, damn, no one's seen this.
Nobody.
Like, if you look at his fucking interviews, he says some deep shit that only a man that as depressed as he was can get there. You know, and it's like, damn, and no one cared.
I don't know if they cared or didn't, like, because I just think in those days they didn't know what to do when you heard somebody say something like that, because it just wasn't mental health just wasn't as prevalent as it is now. You know,
and there's a lot of, like, I said this to Kenny the other day. You know, it was right after my pops, and I was trying to, you know, open up about certain, but it's a lot of better you than me responses, where they're trying to hide the better you than me response, but it still comes out. Like, if you really like, yeah, right, better you than me going through.
Have a good night.
All right, normal guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, like, because most of the time it's not, there's no magical words you can say to somebody to make you feel better, but being there, trying, it helps.
That's like, some of my friends came to my dad's funeral, and I was just like, you don't have to even say anything to me. Like, just you being here. Like, we can just sit here in silence, and it's cool. So yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, because then at one point you start talking too much, and then you can't back it up. Because then when you're in a situation like that, and you start saying, oh, this, that, and the third, and you paint this picture, and then when the person's like, well, maybe he meant it. Yo, dude, I need to talk. And in there, it's like, well, I guess you're just another person that just
like,
filled my ear with,
I gotta go to
bullshit.
Work.
Yeah,
and it's like,
because
it's like, and you can't even be really mad that he's got to go to work, right? So so it's like you said, like, we can sit here in silence. Like, your presence is good enough. It's all right.
Yep.
So
yeah. And when you sit there in silence enough, somebody will say something.
Yep.
I learned that.
If
you're quiet enough, people will start talking.
Or just go with a memory. some funny shit that happened. Yeah. Like, let's do that.
Yep. Shit, my uncle died, and I put on this collar shirt, and I don't never button up the top button, and I don't know what it was. I buttoned it up, and while I'm sitting there, I'm sitting next to his daughters, and I turn around to the middle child, and I said, I need you to do me a favor. She goes, what? I said, I'm choking. I can't breathe. I need you to help me unbutton this button. So she's doing it, and her mom turns around and goes, why the fuck are you choking Vinny? And she goes, no, I'm not. And I'm over here, and the minute she said that, I'm like, oh, and everybody started laughing. And she's like, why are you making me look like I'm choking you? I said, I don't know. I didn't do nothing to deserve this. It was just one of those moments. It's like, yo,
she just went crazy.
I guess we needed it. She snapped. She went tiger.
I love it. Sometimes you need some moments like that to have to break it up, like break up the,
word. Shit, and the funny shit that my pop's funeral, Ray's sitting there, and it's towards the end, like, we're like maybe 10 minutes away from the service being over, and a woman from another room comes in. And she asked my cousin, she goes, who's the people that knows it? And she goes, oh, it's those two, it's me and my brother. And she comes up to us and she gives us her condolences. And I don't know why, but she just did. And then she turns around to Ray and she goes, you look familiar. And Ray goes, you look familiar too. And they start talking. And ever since then, it was like, damn, Ray, You trying to pick up a
At
woman
the
at my father's funeral? At the funeral. You don't give a shit, do you? Horny motherfucker.
Jesus
And,
Christ.
dude,
Like, you're already a
he's
horrible
looking-
wingman.
Yeah. Yo, and she's talking to him, and we're all looking at Ray, and Ray's looking at us like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, I get you, Ray. All right, you with your beady little eyes. You can't wait 2 seconds before we get out this motherfucker to start hitting us.
Damn.
and that was the relief right there. That was we got some levity in this motherfucker.
Damn, right?
That and me saying the women ain't shit. Because, yo, dude, I was trying to tell a story about my grandmother.
Yeah.
And my grandmother was the type, she's like, well, at this point, just get a bitch pregnant because I want grandbabies. I want great grandbabies.
No.
Yeah. And I told Grandma, I said, Grandma, women ain't shit nowadays. I'm not just going to fucking have a baby by anybody.
That's
right. And that sparked some shit. And I'm like, all right, I guess I can't tell this story. let me go to the closing. Vic, you take it.
Take Close it out.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
Because when I said that to my grandmother, she laughed. Like, the old woman just do that little, that big laugh. She gave out that big laugh, and she's like, like, she looked at me like, what am I going to do with your ass? And that, because that was the moral of the story. It was like, I learned how to love people the way they are from these people. You know what I'm saying?
You better.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm the from we just had a Mother's Day brunch, and I'm the uncle now, that the single uncle that everybody wants to talk to when we have family events.
Yeah.
And I had my nieces like, well, we could, maybe we could do matchmaking. I was like, no, you're gonna lose a friend if you do that. Everybody's laughing.
No word.
I was like, and it won't be because of me. Like, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna find out some shit about your friend that you're not gonna like, and
so she ran a train on somebody in Mexico, huh?
So I'm like, don't.
So you do know what one of them donkey shows are.
Don't do that. I'll be all right. Something will happen. Ray will stop messing with me.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna find some woman that Ray ain't got to. And
Steffi ain't gonna come to her senses. I believe it. I believe it.
I don't know, man. Shit, like I don't know. I think now too many people now.
Hey,
so
hey, it's all right. Wait until she gets to the main roster and they let her simmer.
Uh-oh. You said the words. All I'm gonna say is that when Gigi goes to everybody's apartment and whoops you guys' asses one by one, I'm gonna be over here chilling. That's all.
Yeah. I got my passport. Shit, I can go to fucking college. Shit.
That's a damn shame you need.
Blue Dallas
That's a
multipass.
damn shame you need a passport too. Come on.
Right?
That's where we are.
Yeah. That real ID shit, bro. I was like, yo, fuck that. I got the passport card. And I'm like, now I'm federal.
Man,
I got federal documents.
I thought you talking about going like to another, like we was gonna be passport bros or something.
I mean, shit. I'm down. We fucking go to Hawaii. I don't know. Fuck. The only thing that's stopping me is the money.
Well, I mean,
once I got the money, we got the time.
Well, I'm a travel agent on the side.
Shit, yeah. You are. Well, we're gonna have this weekend shit. I gotta go to DR in February.
Oh yeah, I got some packages for that.
Oh shit. I've been thinking about doing cruises and all that, but I never, like, I don't know. Everybody goes, you need to go on a cruise. I want to, but then again, it's like, I don't know. I'm not a social butterfly like that. I'll be the type of motherfucker. I'll be like, I feel weird sitting on the deck.
Let me
get some ice cream.
Got a good point here. I want to because there was some more because I remember when Snow White, so people talking about like the live action Snow White and stuff.
Yeah,
and I knew it was gonna bomb not because of Snow White being Latina. That wasn't it. It was like, so if you remember the cartoon, the movie was what brings you to the movie are the dwarves. They have all of the character. Snow White had no, she was bland. She had no, she was, she's a almost like just an item in the story. Like, she's not really all that. Like, there's nothing to her. It was the dwarves that made you want to watch that movie. When I saw that they were going to do it in AI, I was like, it's going to bomb. They should have go find 7 dwarves, like actual dwarves that, like, the guy from Game of Thrones and go from there. They're not, nobody's going to be offended because those were good actors, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's going to be more, it's going to bring more humanity to the movie and the characters that we want to see as in this movie. Not Snow White was never the center of this movie ever. She was not the center of the cartoon. You can go watch it for yourselves. And that's how I knew that this was going to bomb. Like, nothing to do with any of the other stuff. But of course, the climate that we're in now, they're going to blame it on anything else. Like, so
yeah. 'Cause I heard like they were saying that she didn't need a man to come save her, and she saves the day herself, and there was problems with Gal Gadot and another woman because one was Jewish and the other one was Palestinian. And I'm like, first off, isn't this supposed to be a love story?
Exactly.
At what point do we not tell our men that, or our boys, that sometimes you got to grow up and be a man and handle hard shit in order to be with a woman? Like that's the story there. It's not just Prince Charming fought a dragon and now he got the bitch. It's like, no, sometimes you got to stop being a child and handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
That will fight for your honor.
Right, yeah. But if she's over here, she don't need a man. Now it's like, why would a dude want to try it? You just basically showed, even if you was a man, it don't matter.
Go ahead and fight
do everything
dragon
she
and the witch on your own. I'm gonna go find a woman that actually needs me.
Right?
Like, so,
or at least wants me to be here.
Going back to
the
that
Batman wants me to be here.
Like, all this, all this we don't.
Yeah,
need
we full circle.
Like,
there's always a circle in this movie.
And then I'm tired of men. Like, we just gotta be the villain. I'm tired of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys on this show, you probably talked about that stupid ass bear thing, like the I'll choose the bear bullshit. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. It's like 100% of bears ain't gonna eat the fucking baby, but 100% of men are gonna rape them. Like, what?
When you look at actual numbers, which I do, like, again, this is kind of what I do for a living.
Yeah.
99% of men have never done anything to a woman. 99%. Okay. I can 100% tell you that if you're stuck in the woods too long with that bear, he's eating you.
Yeah.
100%. I can tell
you. He got to survive. Right. And he ain't got no emotional attachment to your ass.
And he knows you can't run faster than him. So, or climb faster than him. So you're done. Okay. Yeah. 99%, like, so you have a 99% chance that this man is not going to harm you. That is what's disgusting to me. You guys look at this 1%. And you guys were fawning over the man that was getting in, like, as he was walking, women looking at that one dude that was a serial killer.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Weinstein.
I can't remember his name either, but
they just did his documentary.
And women like, oh man, it's like, okay, so that's cool, right? So
yeah.
And then you want to choose, and then you want to tell me about choosing a bear. Sit down, Like, are you kidding?
And I never understood the whole all men are dogs, all men are gonna be dangerous in the woods with a child. All men are this, all men are that. But then when you sit there, you're like, wait a minute, and you start looking at yourself like, I'm a man, and I never molested nobody. If a child was in the woods by itself, I would take care of it because it had no means to defend for itself.
So we're not going to talk about these female teachers that keep getting caught with little boys.
Yeah, but when you turn around like, oh, most of these women just want you for your money. You say most, that means all, and now they get offended. Like, wait a minute. You literally just called me a fucking pedophile, rapist, molesting killer. And I said, some of y'all want money. Now I'm an asshole again. Now I'm a misogynist. Throw it on. Just pile on the motherfucker. Pile on. I'm going to be alone forever. Pile it on. Shit. But I never understood that. Never understood that.
No. It's just this whole, made out of sugar and spice and everything nice, and then we're the bad guys. It's just like, no, that's not how that. I've never had that experience.
Seriously,
okay.
I was.
My bad.
I was.
Go ahead. I will.
No, there's a TikTok I sent to Ray, and we was gonna talk about it today, but he's not here. But I was telling Show about it, and it's basically a woman going, "Where are you good men at? All these bad men are speaking for you and all this other stuff and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third." And I send it to Ray with a message going, the good man is the one that you just turned down. So we letting you live your life.
Yep.
You happy with the nigga that you happy with the nigga you complaining with. So we want you to be happy. Exactly. That's where the good man is. Don't say that he's talking for us. We spoke. You didn't listen. Go learn your lesson.
Or, I mean, like, you have men like myself who, like, that marriage I talked about. Like, so she, like, she had an affair and she mentally abused me. So it's like, and it took me, like, maybe a couple of years ago, I probably, like, found back to who I am.
Yeah.
And so when I hear women talk about this stuff, it's just like, wait, that hasn't been my experience at all. Like, and I get passed over all, like, I call it the Forrest Gump speech all the time. Like that. And what I mean by the Forrest Gump speech is the one that the exchange that they have when, Jenny comes over to, like, they're grown-ups and Jenny comes to the house with that one more time. And Forrest is like, fuck this. I know what the fuck, like, you told me I don't know what love is. I know what love is. And I'd make a good husband. And she's like, you would make a good husband and all this stuff, right? I've had that speech that's usually how relationships end for me. And so for women to tell me this stuff, we're like, just like that TikTok, okay, we're all the good guys. It's like, we're like, okay, I'm not even, I'm not taking you on a date until, like, I've already vetted you if I ask you on a date, put it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I got to know that you're into a guy like me. If you're not, then it's no. And I'm not going to do anything. Like, I'm not helping you with nothing. I'm not doing, like, I back all the way the fuck off. Because because by the way, you guys have told us to. Like, so, okay, because I've seen other videos where you're like, hey, if I'm not attracted to, basically, in so many words, if I'm not attracted to you, don't even approach me. Okay, cool. I can do that too. Yeah. So yeah. So that's where we are. That's where we are.
And yo, I agree with you 100% with that shit. Like, I tell people, like, yo, I gotta talk to you for at least 2-3 weeks before I ask you out. I gotta know what you're about, if we can have this conversation, if you're worth me taking you out. Because the first date is me getting to know you in person. Right. I want to get to know you before that, because if you're a fucking, like, one girl I met instantly, we went out and I regretted it. Never spoke to her. And I was like, oh, you're one of these bitches that you just want fancy shit and you're going to sit there and be cute. You don't answer questions. You don't fucking talk. And I'm like, you just wanted a fucking meal, didn't you? And when I drove her home, I was like, all right, I'll see you later. She gave me the look like you ain't even gonna like try to do nothing.
Nope.
And I was like, nah, get the fuck
Nope.
out. Like I would rather have had a conversation than fuck you right now. Get out.
Nope.
Get out my face.
And then on purpose, like you said, like first dates are like, I mean, we're going for coffee. I've done mini golf, stuff like that. Like that's the first date.
Yeah.
If you can't have like, so somebody if you're complaining about that, then already I know we're not a match. So okay, cool. Like you go have a good life. Hopefully that guy that you met 5 minutes ago is gonna take you to Ruth's Chris like you want. Good luck with that.
DJ, get this shit. And I told this story to a bunch of people, and a bunch of people want to justify the shit. But to me, there's no justification.
All right.
I'm talking to this person, and it's like every time I see her, she gives me this hug. She's so excited to see me. She like makes it blatant. When another girl tries to give me a hug, she's standing in front of her and all that other stuff. So I'm like, okay, it seems like you're into me. Like it seems like you're into me. We're talking. We don't get much said in text messages. I'm like, all right, you must be busy. I know what you do for a living. You must be busy, whatever. Mm-hmm. At the time, I didn't just start the Knucklehead show, but we started picking up.
Okay.
We started doing wrestling events, sponsoring wrestling, wrestlers and all that other stuff. So every weekend we would go to a wrestling event. We're doing the show every day. We're getting traction. And I told her, like, she knows all about this. So I said, yo, listen, I don't have much time on my hands, but I'm going to this wrestling event on Saturday. I'm going there with my people. I would love it if you would join.
Okay.
And she said yes.
Okay.
Next day I see her, I'm like, yo, so this is the details, this is blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, well, I don't think that's appropriate for a first date, so I can't go. And I said, well, I guess we're not having a date. And we never went out. I didn't compromise. People are like, why didn't you compromise? I did when I told you I didn't have time.
Exactly.
When I told you, come with me while I'm promoting my own shit, and then I would, we can chill.
That's right.
This is where you show me that you're here for me.
It's gonna be
and
fun.
If you would
like, this is like, I'm inviting you somewhere where we're actually gonna have fun doing this.
Yeah, like this is where in my head is like, this is where you show me that you actually like me. You're here for me. You're gonna be like, yo, this is, we could chill. We take advantage of it, and then I would be like, you know something, yo guys, I can't do the podcast. I'm gonna take Shorty out. You just showed me you're not worth me going, yo guys, I can't do the podcast. I'm gonna take Shorty out.
Okay, so what were to the people defending her? What were they saying?
They're like, oh well, maybe she's not into wrestling. Maybe this. No, it should be more personal because you're gonna be there with your friends and this, that, and I'm like, but I told you I don't have time.
Not only
like this is all predicated on me being busy.
Not only that. So you said, okay, I got a lot of things going on, limited time. I'm inviting you to something. I've already thought out. That means if I invite you to something, I already thought out, okay, she's going to come. There's downtime. Like if you come at the time I tell you to come, there's a lot of downtime that's going to happen. Yeah. So it's not going to be the whole time, her having to share time with the gang. That's not going to, like, you already calculated that. Yeah. And then when the show starts, you don't even, like, this is probably somebody that doesn't even know if they're going to enjoy it or not. What I've learned, and what you've probably learned as well, when a woman likes you, none of that shit matters. You can say, hey, I'm a garbage man, and, I got to work a lot of hours at the at the site. You know what? I'm so busy. Can you just come here to meet me at the fucking dump? If she likes you, she would go have the first fucking date at the dump.
Yeah.
Again, any guy that doesn't know this and is listening to this, that was a bar right there. I'm trying to tell you. You can invite her to any. You can say we're going to walk through the park and drink water. If she likes you, she's going to do that shit with a smile on her face and have a good ass time with you.
Yeah.
If she doesn't like,
but also
you,
if she's gonna go through that shit, you got to make sure that it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't
part.
be no dud.
You can't be lame at that point. But
yeah,
I'm just saying.
Her liking you not enough for you to be lame.
Okay.
I got to throw that out
laugh.
there too for my fellas.
Do some goofy shit to make her laugh.
She'll give you the chance.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If it turns into no, take me on a quote proper date, then you just like what movie was that where you do the door test and she doesn't open the door, you leave her. Okay,
yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same.
Yep.
You cut her the fuck off if she cannot handle. This is the first fucking date. There should be no expectation on the first date. None. Zero.
Yeah.
There should be no expectation on the first date.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. So, he's one of those people that he's always trying to find the bright side.
Okay.
He's like, you got to play the game. You got to play the game. So he's one of those people like, maybe this, that, and the third, so give another chance, whatever, right? So I said, you know what? Fuck it, Show. And this is how I spoke to Show, because he delivers to my building, and that's how I met him. So there were times that we were face to face, we're talking. I said, fuck it, Show. This is what I'm gonna do. I hit her up, same girl. I said, do you have time to take off? He goes, yes. I said, all right, take off next Wednesday. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick you up around 10 o'clock. We're going to go have lunch. Then I'm going to take you to Dave & Buster's. We're going to spend the rest of the day playing video games at Dave & Buster's. Then we can do whatever you want for dinner. Wednesday comes. I took off. I told her I took off. Oh, I couldn't get the day off. I said, all right, cool. I went out to the movies, and I had a nice lunch by myself. And I told Show, I said, what you want me to do now?
This is why
I can't kidnap her.
Yeah. And this is why I don't play games.
Yeah.
We're too fucking old to play games. That's high school shit. High school and early 20s. The wait 3 days, a callback, and all that bullshit. Listen, like we talked about earlier. Hey, I like you. I'm not going to beat around the bush and fuck around and have to talk to you for 2 weeks and all these game shit. Like, no, hey, I like you, and let's I'd like to take you out. I'd like to hang out with you and get to know you. If that's not enough, then again, okay, I'm moving on. Or if you need to play a game, okay, go play games with the little boys over there. I don't.
Yeah.
No. No, there is no game to play. There's no game to play. That's what you end up finding out. After a while, it's wait, there is no game.
Because at this point of our lives, it's one of those we're vetting you to see how long we could be with you.
Exactly.
Because if you was a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, there's no effort being put in. And you want to fuck? No, all right, cool. But if I'm literally putting effort into you, is because I want to see if this could be this could be the future.
Exactly.
I'm not, this would be a good 6 months. And then I find somebody else, no, you're not a job. You know what I'm saying? This is, I want to see if you're worth my time and me investing in shit. But I guess they don't see that shit no more. Because he kept going, I like the little things. I said, well, I guess my shit, my chests were too big. I can't give you the little things. I don't know who you are.
Or the things that they call, one of the phrases that I can't stand is bare minimum. When they say things like, oh, well, holding the door open for me, that's the bare minimum. It's so wait, so now we're bare minimum in chivalry. So now things I was, raised to do, that's bare minimum now. It's
and what happened to the guy that you just walked by and didn't even say thank you to that held the door for you?
Yeah. Exactly. It's all on. Again, we gotta be the villain. Like it's always we have to be what the cause of all problems, and it was some man's fault. Like at always.
Yep.
All right. Even though again I look at numbers all day long, fellas. When women talk all that stuff, there are more women with children than men. Like if you look at if you take the whole population of men and the whole population of women, more women have children. What that means, in case you know it goes over your head, that means that they are only having babies with a particular amount of men.
Yeah,
that's what that means. So who's the one going around town doing what they like? The accusations are confessions to me. Like that's what the other thing I've learned. When people make all these accusations, they're really confessions. And so men are dogs, and they all they do is cheat. Not like they're really women trying to and some of you probably already know this. Like they cheat like crazy.
Oh yeah,
and they go and the people that they go for. Like I mean, if me and Toe were in jail right now, if we were doing this show from a jail cell phone, and we were on the little app that they use for matching people up in jail, we'd have all kinds of women in the comments right now.
Yep.
Just for being in jail.
100%. Yeah. 100%. There's the only women that only fuck with niggas from jail. It's just crazy. You know what else I noticed? You know how they were like, oh, this bitch is crazy, she's jealous, she's this, she's that. You know how you make one of those girls scared? Show her that she doesn't need to be. Like, in all honesty, you would definitely see a girl is afraid to be with you when you can show her that she does not need to be jealous.
Oh,
because you're that guy that's not gonna treat her like shit, and she will run away from you.
That's what I'm telling. Like, so this is how most of my relationships have ended. What you just described, exactly what you just described. Like I show that I don't do it. Like once we say, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. That's it. Like I don't. So I'm all the way in. I don't look at it like I don't mess around with other women. I don't do none of that. And like you said, like they get scared.
Mm-hmm.
And they even tell me like I'm scared. Like you're scaring me. Like what are you scared about? Like I don't have it. Like I'm not gonna argue about some stupid shit. I'm gonna treat you like an adult. Okay, I'm not gonna check your.
And you mind?
I don't need to look in your phone. Like if you're cheating, hey, if I find out about it, it's over. Like so, like I'm not. Again, I don't have time for this stuff. And if I feel like I need to check your phone, it's over. Again, it's over. It's like I'm not gonna go buy spyware and all this stuff that people do. Why? If you feel like you need to look in your girl's phone, it's time to go.
Definitely,
it's time to go. If you feel like you need to do that, just leave.
And it's amazing how some girls almost want that from a nigga.
Exactly.
And that's shit. That's my shit. It's like, yo, why? If I'm supposed to trust you in this relationship. If I don't trust you, then what's the point of being in this relationship?
Casino.
Like, what the fuck?
It's exactly casino. Like he's like I have to trust you with my life. Like, and here she is, still giving money to the bum. Like, so,
dude, there was one woman. She was married. It was a bad relationship, and she kept telling me, "I'm afraid to leave him because I don't know what's out there. Like, what I could get somewhere worse." And I looked at her, I was like, I'm the one that's trying to take you from this nigga. And you're telling me that I'm worse than him?
Right.
Like, no, that's not what I mean. I was like, well, that's what you're saying.
Which means you looked right past me. Okay.
Yeah. So strike one. So it was like, okay, so me investing in you is pointless. I'm gonna lose my stock.
Exactly.
Because you're already imagining being in another toxic relationship. So that means that there's nothing I can do to make you happy. Because you need that toxic shit. So stay with your husband. You're better off.
Go to couples counseling.
Yeah, because the problem is you're not going to find someone worse than him, and you're going to be miserable. Because apparently you love being miserable.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's and the young kids, like I'm pretty sure these young kids now, their confidence is shot because, like I said earlier, a couple weeks ago, was a dad worked so many hours a week to feed his family, and the mom was like, the best I can do to show you some kind of appreciation for this is your chair. No one sits in your chair. Here goes the big piece of chicken. I saved that for you. No one has this. This is still warm. The kids are put to bed. You don't have to worry about nothing when you got home.
Right.
Because I know what you're doing to feed this family. Right. So this is the way I appreciate you. And that's why the father can go wake up every morning, go do his thing, because there was appreciation there. There's no appreciation anymore. Now it's not, he needs a job and he needs a good work ethic to take care of me and whatever kids we have. Now he needs to be 6 foot tall. $1 million is not enough to live my lifestyle and all. And now it's like, I have to work for your lifestyle. Yeah. And now it's like, well, at this point, if a guy is really thinking about it, what's the point?
Because, and this is what I say to even the guys who think they have the money. All right, let's say you think you have the money. Let's say you're 6 feet tall, you're making $120 a year. And then so you go find one of these women, like that they're kind of cute. And she says, okay, I need 6 feet, 100 grand. And you could show her that, right? All right. So tell me that you think this will, so when the chips are down, like let's say one day you're down, is this woman in your corner? Is she Adrian? Is she going to be in your corner no matter what? Okay, that's one question. The next question I have is, okay, if she put her, like some of them literally, like from the phrase they keep saying, like I need a man to come by and bring me out of my masculine so I can be in my feminine energy, right? So they put a price on their feminine energy. So what happens when the higher bidder comes? Like you're just making the money you're making. So let's say another dude, big bank take little bank. Like so now another dude come by and he's making $300,000 a year, and he wants your woman. Yep. Tell me she's not gone. Like look me in the face and tell me she's not gone as soon as she finds out that this dude is just as tall as you are, just as handsome as you are, and he has 300,000. She's gone. Yep.
And then when she comes back, she's gonna be run out and all fucked up.
So,
because he only gonna play with that one. That's something you play with.
So anybody that puts puts that on themselves, basically themselves on sale, like you put a number on if you can have me, I'm out. I'm out. Like go ahead and you guys can go ahead and bid for her and waste your money.
Yeah, because I like to call it once it turns into a business transaction, I no longer have feelings here.
I can go to the massage parlor
now. Yeah, no, because I've dealt with girls that were like that. It was like one of those things, like, oh, can you give me money for this? Can you give me money for that? It's like, wait a minute, we haven't even gone out yet. I don't even we haven't even really spoke. You want money for what? For this? Are we gonna fuck? Oh yeah, I mean we could, but it's like, oh okay, now this is a business transaction. I don't know for any kind of feelings. This is what you want. This is what I need for this to happen. And the odds are set because we all played the fool. We all played Bobo the fool. We know what it is. And you play you've been played. You learn, and when you learn, just put the foot down. You want money from me? All right. this is what's going to happen. Because I'm not going to be nobody that's going to give you fucking money whenever the fuck you need it. And then most of the time, I just be like, oh, my bad, my phone died. Because I know we play the game also. They'll yes you to death, and then when they got the money, you're gone. Like, come on, the game. As much as you think that you have the game in the palm of your hands, there's always someone there with a little slick of oil. You can't out hustle a hustler. You can't out con a con man.
You think you know the answers.
Change the question. And the only way to come out that situation is to not do nothing. I got to go.
Get out of there.
It's like the three card Monty. You ever seen The Landlord? I think it was called with Joe Pesci.
Oh yeah.
Remember when when the guy bent the card? He said, "Oh shit, I could get one on him," and it was a con on him. All you had to do was like, "Nah, player, I'm good." Because there's always somebody conning you, thinking that you got that. Nah, you would have never lost that money if you'd be like, "You know what? I'm good. I'm gonna go home."
Yep. But then some people can't do it.
Yeah. You know, I've been called misogynist, and I've been one of these girls was saying that I got too much machismo and all that other shit because I don't compromise. And I always ask them, I said, "What am I compromising for?" Because if you liked me, you would have went with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really were interested in me, you would have came with me to Buffalo Wild Wings. We would have had our meal, did all that shit, had a good time, and then after that, I'm like, "Oh, this is a good girl. Like this girl seems like, fuck it, let's go out again." See, there's no compromise in the first time. You already said no.
Right.
What am I? You want me to give myself up to make you happy? Nah, I can't do that. I ain't compromising myself for nothing. If I cared about you, yeah, I'll make shit work. But for what? Nah, I don't know you.
Yeah, it's the right off the bat thing. It's just like, so, then what are you offering? So, you know, like there's women that get mad when you ask what do you bring to the table question, right? And it's kind of a trick question because all it is, like, all I have to do is reword it and say, you know, what are you offering? It's the same question. Yeah. But they hear the table thing. And then then again, so the women that don't have anything to bring or like they don't know how to answer this question.
I bring myself. Right. I am the table.
And then so I am the table. Like, so that answer right there, right, like that, to me, that's an automatic fail. So that tells me that you think you're the center of the and everything, everybody just brings everything to you, is what that answer means. So that's why I'm like, you're okay, you automatically lost that. Have a good day.
Hopefully your table has some seats.
Okay, so because I don't deal with main character syndrome either. That's I know sometimes, like, my profession kind of comes out a little bit, but
I mean,
yes,
you see it in your profession. It's not like your profession is made of make believe people.
No, and I've seen it 100. Like, you know, like I deal with, so I've seen it 100 times, and now you especially seeing it from as a third party, you know, as well as the things that have happened to me. I was like, you really can't get me, and you're really, like, you know, sometimes my sister laughs at me at how I can say, "Hey, I'm about to go out with this girl. I'm all excited," and then the next day be like, "Yeah, she gone," and she'll just start. I'm like, dude, like, what are we doing? Like, what? So,
I've been there. I've been there.
That's why, like, it'll be a big deal if you're following me on any kind of social media and you see me post somebody, like I post a picture with somebody. That's a big deal. Like she's made it past a few levels for me to do that because and
she's not family.
And she's not family. So yeah,
yeah,
it's like, you know, because I've been burned a few times with that, like where I've had to go back and go delete shit, and I'm like, nope, we got to get to a certain level before, like, I'll put you up there, but we got to get to a certain point first.
Mm-hmm. Shit. Yo, there was one time long ago. I met this girl online. We was about to go out, and my car got jacked.
Damn.
And they sold the radio and shit. And I was like, "Yo, listen, my car just got broken into. Like, can we, you know, let's get a rain check on this date, and we go out some other time." She got so mad at me, and I'm sitting like, I just got violated. Right. And you only give a shit about yourself?
And this date? Like,
we can't go out Tuesday or next week? The fuck?
That's crazy.
What would happen now if I said, yo, my brother got hit by a car?
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Like, that's crazy. Wow.
Because I'm sitting like, because you can't get past the fact that, somebody stole your radio, you can't go. If I'm driving to you in silence because my radio's gone, and I pick you up and I'm looking at my dashboard and am I going to have a good time? Are you going to have a good time?
And you start finding out other stuff they got. Because it's always the first, like, you know, you notice the radio, but as the days go by, you start noticing other shit that got taken too.
Dude, I must be, like, stupidity must be attractive. I was driving this chick home once, and I thought I had my CD on the dashboard, but I couldn't find it. And I asked her, like, did you see my CD on the dashboard? Because I thought I left it there. Mm-hmm. This bitch started instantly, you calling me a thief, and blah, 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 and this, and the third. I said, I asked you if you seen my fucking CD.
I'm trying to ask you to help me find this.
The next day, I take a picture. The CD fell through the fucking dashboard, and I had to get a pair of pliers to pull it out. I sent her a picture. Said I found the CD, bitch.
I would say one of the worst dates that I had was so the animated movie, the Little Mermaid, got re-released, but it was on the same weekend as, like, I can't remember the movie, but it was a dope ass movie that I was waiting to see. Got a date with this girl. And this was in the days when, like, they, like, where a popular movie comes out and they would have, like, the lines outside of the theater. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're walking towards the box office because, folks, you couldn't buy your tickets online yet. And and she started
have those little kiosks.
And then so she starts going in on, you know, look, the Little Mermaid's out. I was like, yeah, that's cute. Come on, we're going to see, you know, such and such. No, I want to see a Little Mermaid. I was like, look, I'm not about to pay, like, movie theater prices to go see something that, like, I've seen with my niece and nephews and I can recite the lines to. We can go to Blockbuster and get it for $5. I'm not about to pay.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, and then again, I want to see the new movie. Like, well, I bet you we go see, like, so now she's starting to do the, I probably don't have to tell you what color this girl is now.
Yeah.
I bet you we go see Little Mermaid. I was like, and then so now, and she's talking loud enough to where the lines that are, like, there are multiple lines outside of the theater, and now we have a stage. And
welcome to the free show.
Okay. I bet you we go. I was like, I'm going to go see such and such. No, you're not. I was like, okay, in fact, now I'm about to go home, and let's see if one of these brothers in line will take you to see the Little Mermaid. Oh, I bet you're not leaving me here. I was like, you really want to make that bet? I don't know. Like, so she's going off. I start walking towards the car. I bet you don't walk all the way to the car. I bet you don't get in the car. I bet you don't drive off. Ooh, and then he's and you see every. I
you collect. I bet you ain't home yet.
Losing their shit. as I'm driving off. And then she,
I'd be the only dickhead in line. Like, yes, yes.
No, they were losing it. Like it was like a road warrior pop that I drove off. And then I hear from her like 2 a.m. I can't believe it. I was like, and lose my number. Like I'm about to star whatever it is that you to block a number after I hang up the phone.
Yeah.
but don't call me anymore. Did you have fun watching Little Mermaid? Then I hung up the phone.
Oh man. Shit. It's like, what did she expect? Like she thought you was a punk.
I think so.
That's what that was. That's what that was. The minute she go, I bet you. I was like, nah, bitch. Hold up. I'm watching this movie. I know what the fuck you watching. I go up there like one ticket for the movie I want to see. I don't know who this bitch is, and walk right up in that motherfucker. I don't know who this bitch is. Fuck out of here. I'd be like, yo, you see my man over here? Like, yo, like he got her ticket.
Yeah.
You with her? You with him now? Be gone.
Yeah, I straight went the next night too to see the movie. I went to.
No, I mean shit. I ain't mad at it. Oh man, there was one chick. She was supposed to be a friend, like not even like dating. It was, it was supposed to be a friend, and we was like the Ninja Turtle movie just came out. It was the Michael Bay one.
Okay.
Just came out. I was like, yo, you want to go see the Ninja Turtles with me? Like, yeah, all right, cool. We gonna go see it tonight. All right, cool. Never heard from him again. You know where the fuck I was?
Watching the
movie theater by myself, watching the fucking Ninja Turtles. 2 days later, she hit me. I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. You want to go see it? I was like, I saw it already. She's like, you didn't wait for me? I was like, bitch, you fucking go. Like, where were you when we were supposed to go watch it? Like, I ain't got time for that no more. That's old news. Like, sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
That's like, pretty much like for the second Austin Power movie. That's basically what happened to me. And it was a chick on the track team too. And so she had the nerve to show up to practice and want to talk normal, like you're saying, like talk normal, like nothing happened. I was like, so we're going to act like you didn't stand me up. For like, so I'm like, it's all right. Like, hopefully that football team that runs through you, like, hopefully it don't hurt too bad.
Have you ever seen Any Given Sunday?
Yes.
You remember when the doctor goes, I hope you get fucked by 12 Neanderthals? That's the only thing that went through my head right now.
Oh, damn. Yeah, because she like dropped him right as he got fired.
Yep. Like, it wasn't even like, get fired. I'm done with you.
I was like, damn.
You didn't even go through his savings or nothing. It was like, nope, I'm not leaving this field without a name.
I was like, damn.
My boyfriend worked for the football team. Like,
as soon as he got fired.
And that's the problem when you buy a chick.
Oh, it's over. She find out that income. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's what. Yo, man, I'm telling you, that's the biggest downfall for Homeboy in Casino. Robert De Niro's character in Casino, because he bought her. It's no. He bought her. He negotiated the terms of service with her. He bought her, and the minute she started going out of the contracts, he should have been like, all right, I got to get rid of her.
Yeah.
And whatever that means, put her in the ground or let her go, he should have got rid of her. He should have been like, the contract is null and void. Your services are no longer welcome here. Because you can't fall in love with somebody you bought.
No.
And these are movies from the fucking 80s, bro.
And it was a true story.
Yeah,
and it's like, again, like, look at, we could go down the list. Look at Will Smith. Like, Jada Pinkett is not in love with that man.
Yeah.
Okay, and never has. Like, I've read I listened to the book. I listened to even the audio book of the Will Smith book. He knows that she was not in love with him. So it's just like, what? Then why did you go through with this? You know, so.
And I think that's the worst type of woman.
Don't do it, folks. Okay, if somebody is not into you, don't do it. Don't force somebody to be with you.
And you, dude, he is so delusional because he's never gonna let that go. He's never gonna let it go because he has this. I need to win.
Exactly.
Like he's like, you ever heard him? Was like, if we're running on the tread, I'll die on the treadmill just to beat you. Like, bro, you're gonna die to make her like. You're gonna die. You're willing to die to try to make her love you, and she's never gonna do it. Because like women are one thing, but narcissists like that, she don't know what love is, and she no, I'm sorry, she knows what love is, but her love died with Tupac. She don't have no more love. She can't give it to you. She can give you her version of understanding, but that's it.
That's it.
When my man said, I'm not responsible for your happiness, I was like, what? If you're my wife and you're not happy, I'm going to make it my responsibility to make you happy. You're not supposed to be sad with me. You know what I'm saying?
I do. At the same time, it's like they are like, you got to at least tell me what to do.
Yeah, no.
Like, okay? Yeah. You can't.
I'm not gonna let I'm not gonna let you suffer. What
That's
I'm saying,
good.
You know what I'm saying?
So that I can go with, but they gotta at least give me something that is attainable to be able to help you. The second they can't do that, then Will is correct. Like that is correct. That is the correct statement. If they're giving you something impossible, like he can't bring Tupac. Well, he is not Tupac, and he can't bring him back. So so that's an impossible thing. So in other words, he's correct. But if it's something like say, I don't like,
we lost a spark,
or I don't like this neighborhood we live in. Okay, so now you gave me something that I can work on that. Like that's something we can work with. So so that then what you're saying, like that, then you're spot on.
Yeah.
I mediate with
me,
so that's why.
no, I get it. No, that's completely understandable because even if it's one of those things like you're not happy with me, and you don't know why, it's like okay, the love ran out.
That's that, and you're gonna move the goalposts.
I'm gonna have to let you go, and that's still to make you happy. Right. It don't make me happy to leave you. I thought I was in love with you, but it's still to make you. Like, that's the thing. I would suffer my happiness to make you happy. You're not happy with me? Go ahead.
That makes sense.
But it's one of those things like you just sit there and it's like, okay, it's not your job to make her happy. She's supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to bring happiness together. Okay, well, what makes her happy? Because I always thought that my woman would make me happy. The fact that I got one that I could trust, that I could lean on, I could sit there, be comfortable with, and all that other shit. That's happy. That's peace. Happiness to me. So what is happiness to her? Tupac?
Isn't it funny that what you just said, that is most men. Like men that are like put the players and the guys who just want sex to the side. Like put them to the side. So most average men, that is what we're looking for. And and just to go I know this is a little bit away from the conversation, but that they don't get that. Like they're like, you ask a woman what they think a man wants, and they give you all these answers. And I'm like, you're way off. Like that's not it at all.
Word.
You don't need a BBL. Like stop. Like that's no. That's not.
Stop touching your body. Yes. Stop touching your body, please.
Like literally what you just said. That's what most average men are looking for. It's really like I was just talking to my sister. Like what I'm looking for is not even that. I'm not even looking for that much.
I used to tell shows like I'm kind of looking for somebody that would give a shit about me at 2%, not even 100% give like just realize I'm alive without me having to hit them up.
Right.
Maybe once in a while, something like a little effort. But it's like in all honesty, like bro, you don't understand the power a woman can have when a man is comfortable enough to be comfortable around. Because the whole thing with Kevin Samuels when he's like, you you only allowed to cry when an immediate family member dies or you lost your arms. And that's 2 minutes, you suck that shit up and blah, blah, blah. You can't tell your woman your problems. You can't tell your girlfriend your problems. You should be able to tell your wife your problems.
Right.
Because at that point, you're supposed to be a team.
That's right.
Like, I love my boys, but my boys are just going to listen to me go, I'm working 90 hours a week. I can't pay these bills. I can't do this. Something needs to happen, and I don't know what.
Right.
Your boys are going to be like, well, you got to work more, man. Find another job. Do like the simplest shit. But your girl should be there, be like, I know you're killing yourself. What if we did this? What if we did that? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, that should be the comfort level. I should be able to open up to me like, yo, listen, I'm trying. It's not working. What can we do?
Instead, I'm watching videos of women that are insisting that they have a $200,000 wedding. And the guy go, no, like, how about we have a courthouse wedding and we have a party and we invest like, he's even still offering like, let's invest the 200,000 in like a business that we run together.
Yeah.
And she's arguing it. No, I'm not a courthouse bitch. And I'm just like, what? I had to turn. Like, I had to turn the channel. Like, I couldn't even watch the show anymore.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I hear you. It's like, yo, what you want and what we can do are two different things.
It's not like, and she was like calling him like broke. He's like, and like the whole thing where like they don't get what they want and they want to call you names. And he's like, wait, I'm still offering I have the money. I'm still offering to do something with the 200,000 that you're talking about. What do you mean broke? So I'm just.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, I'll tell people straight out, like, I'm not the richest man in the fucking world. Just let you know that right now.
That's why I'm like, I'm a social worker. Like, when we meet, like, look, I'm a social worker. So, okay.
Now, last year for my birthday, me and kryllzzz, we flew down to Florida and I bought a Mercedes from CarMax. Mm-hmm. It was one I could afford. You know, it's nothing crazy. Like, and we drove it back down. Now, everybody's like, I did this for myself because I've always compromised what I wanted for other things. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do the one thing that I want to do for my. I bought the car. It turned out to be a fucking headache. I love the car, but it turned out to be a fucking. But not once have I ever mentioned to any female I was ever talking to that I drive a car. They don't even know I drive a car because I don't want to be that guy driving down the street and the girl goes, "Oh shit, this nigga's a Mercedes. Come on," because then I'm gonna treat you like that guy. You're only here for the car. I'm gonna get what I can from you and then be gone. You know what I'm saying?
I like those videos, even though we know they're scripted, but like where the girl's walking down the street, hi, how you doing? Oh, I don't want to talk to you. And then he goes and gets into a $100,000 car, and then she comes running over to the car. Like, you know, so we know that those particular videos are scripted, but we know that it happens. Like, that's the thing. What we got here?
I hear you on this. My ex-girlfriend, she drove me out of my job, but now I don't know.
Her new boyfriend.
Her new boyfriend quit.
Damn. So she's like,
so she
driving dudes out of jobs.
Her. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. You know, speaking of jobs, I had an incident at my job. A coworker, female, had allegations on. And this is where I found out the type of person I was. Because word got around. And like I said, 98% of the hospital I work in is female. Every female I knew was like, if you need a character witness, you could call me. because I know you didn't do what the fuck she did.
Right.
And I was like, damn, okay. And a bunch of them were like, if she was hot, I mean, we can't help you. But like, there's no way you did that with her. There's no way you did
like
that
a 4 and
yeah, Dude, yeah. Because all the girls like, if you were like that, why would I be talking? Because some of these girls are drop dead gorgeous. And I even said that in we had mediation. So for 2 hours, she just went off, and I just stood quiet. And the only thing I told the HR lady was, I worked here for, at the time, 12 years. You ever got a call on me? No. You see my boss right there? Every man that walks in this building, like, circles around her because she's hot. Have I ever made you feel uncomfortable when we were alone? No. What am I doing with her? Dude, it got to the point where the woman from HR saw me in the street because I was getting lunch and said, I'm sorry you had to sit through that. And this is why I tell people you have to be who you are with everybody. Because when you're fake with everybody,
ain't gonna work.
That's when you're like, oh, yeah, you did it.
Ain't gonna work. I don't know. I don't. He might have.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm telling yo, dude, this one woman, I shit you not, she was there for 2 weeks. And she came up to me and said, yo, listen, if you need somebody, you can, I'll vouch for you. And I was like, are you serious? She goes, yeah, I don't know you like that, but you seem like a cool motherfucker. You come up here, you talk to us, you joke with us, and not once have you made a pass on anybody here. I was like, 'cause, yeah, I mean, y'all my peoples.
Right.
like what you want me to do? It's like, I make jokes because shit pops in my head and I say it. But who I am and what I say is different things. You know what I'm saying? But it's weird.
It's like I think she was forcing that. Like, no, he made a pass.
Yeah.
I know he did.
her thing was I kept looking at her.
Oh my God.
I was always looking at her. Yo, I dead ass told the HR lady, I said, I'm sleeping half the time. Fuck, I'm looking at her. I'm watching my TV or I'm sleeping. I'm not looking at nobody. Yo, and the crazy thing is, she over here saying that I'm looking at her. A refrigerator fell on her and no one noticed. My supervisor at the time had to come out. You're not going to help her? I said, help her with what? Oh, shit.
A refrigerator.
If I'm staring at you, don't you? Yeah, if I'm staring at you all goddamn day, don't you think I would have noticed a refrigerator fell on you? The fuck?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I wasn't looking at you, lady.
Word. I was watching fucking Fast and Furious.
I was watching The Family.
Word. Shit. Michelle Rodriguez and Gina Carano, 2 women I would look at.
And you had a refrigerator fall on you, and somebody had to tag me in just to know that the refrigerator fell.
Word. Shit. I was more concerned about the refrigerator because I knew who that went to.
Your hacksaw Jim Duggan looking self. Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Get yourself back to your cubicle. And don't forget your 2x4.
Word. Oh.
Tough guy. Sit down.
Yo, dude, there was one time, I shit you not, and I wish Show was here. She said the words that I turned around her out of nowhere and said, I know that you're better than me. I said that to Show, and I've never heard Show laugh so hard in my life. He goes, there's no fucking way you would say that to anyone. I said, yeah, you're right. And yo, he laughed. Like, genuinely laughed. Like if I told him the greatest joke in the world. I can't make this shit up.
That's what I try to tell people. Like I tell, because like me and my sister are pretty close. Like I got 3 siblings. She's the oldest. I'm the youngest by far, though. Like the brother in the middle is 7 years older than me. That's how. Okay. And then so what happened was she's the one who always had to watch me. So we became close. And so I tell her about my dates. I'm like, I'm not that funny to make this up. Like, I'm trying to tell you, this is what happened. Like, I don't write jokes that well. This is just what happened.
Word.
Because she's on the phone hollering. I'm like, no, this is what she said.
You must have wrote for Richard Pryor back in the day.
Like, no, this is what happened. This is what she said. Because she's hot, like, so. Yeah, so I just. This is where we are. This is where we are. I watched Passport Bro content and it's made me think about it. Like, it's just like, so, because it does seem like when I do meet women that were born somewhere else, I have a better time with them.
Yeah.
There's more respect. There's not, like, money is not even a part of the conversation. And it's just a better, like, I feel like I can be myself and not have to worry about some chick making a TikTok later on to make fun of me, you know? So, you know,
yeah.
So yeah, so I don't know.
Yo, I never even thought about that shit. A bitch, you go on a date and the bitch got a TikTok about you,
dude.
Like, what?
They do it, like, they.
yeah. I was like, wow.
And they'll
crazy.
be like saying things, like, because I've seen some of them, and it's like, wait, why again was that a bad thing? You know, like she's like saying something like it was a bad thing that the guy did, and and then I'm listening to it go, okay, wait, why was that a bad thing? Like, I mean, one of the dates I've gone on, so and then so I do have, like, so I have the mindset that, okay, if I invite you out, I'm prepared to pay. Okay, I'm prepared. So we go to this, you know, we ended up going to this Mexican food restaurant, and she even, you know, ended up like ordering a bunch of stuff that she couldn't even eat it all. I still was gonna pay. I had the check in my hand. Now, during the conversation, she, you know, I think she has like, there's something with her where because she makes quite a bit of money, and I think she's kind of sensitive to that. Whatever. So again, so I'm looking at it. I'm about to, like, I'm literally pulling my little thing out to pay, and she goes, "Hey," and we're having a good time. So she goes, "Hey," and this has never happened to me, by the way. "Hey, you want me to pay? You want me to pay some of that?" Now I'm thinking, because where my mind was, we're having such a good time. Oh, she wants to do something nice. Like, that's where my mind was. I was like, well, sure. And then so she pays some of it, and then pleasantries, we go home. The next day, yeah, you know, I don't think I'm as into this. I was like, what do you mean? Well, I mean, it kind of bothered me that you didn't pay. And I said, so just for, like, I was like, now I'm not into, like, now I'm not into this as well. I was like, for future reference, if you, like, I had the check in my hand. So if you really was going to test, like, you know, so if you're going to play games like that, like, you're probably going to lose most of the time. Like, most guys are going to say, yeah, go ahead and pay half of it. I can tell we're not going to do nothing tonight, you know? So, why did you offer if you were going to get mad if I was going to accept it? Don't play games like that. I don't do the games like that. So, and again, my sister was like, was laughing. It was like, so she's gonna be single for a while because like so, like if you're gonna play a game and if the guy picks the wrong door and you lose, you're gonna be single for a while.
For real, like what the fuck was she expecting?
I don't know.
No, I am Superman. I will pay everything and everything. Like what?
Especially like again, she like ate like tremendously more than she ordered tremendously more than I did, and I wasn't even tripping about it, but it just for that to happen, now I started to think about it. It's like, so wait, so you got mad that you paid some of the check even though you ate most of the food, or you ordered most of the food.
She probably ordered that shit on purpose
and didn't take. Well, that was the thing. Now the lady working there, she didn't even want to take it home, so she ordered all this stuff and wasted all of that food. so she's even looking funny at us, like why did you order all this if you weren't going to eat it? So nor take it home. So I'm like, yeah, you're kind of weird.
Yeah,
anyway.
She's gonna be single for a while. Yeah. That stupid is as stupid does, Lieutenant Dan. That was you too busy playing games. We ain't out here playing games. They're professional game players out there. They play basketball, other shit. Let them do it. You obviously suck at playing these games. It's like she chose to lose every game she ever played.
Yep, let me rig this so basically let me rig it so that I lose, basically. So
yeah. Nah, I'm not a mediator, but I became a supervisor within the last couple of years, so I'm learning how to handle situations, right? So there was a situation where somebody called up the office, and I guess she didn't like the way one of my guys spoke to her. So she called me up. Now, this is a friend of mine, but I knew her for a while at work. So she called me up, and she's like, "Yo, who's this nigga? Why he's so rude?" But on some like, I'm talking to you because I know you, but I don't want to get him in trouble. It's just I'm just letting you know. So I tell my guys like, "Yo, get your reference. Just try to be a little bit more professional on the phone, because if I'm hearing this, then anybody could get to our boss, and we don't want this reputation." Right. And it got to the point where my guy got mad, she got mad, and now I gotta be.
Okay.
So I went to go see her, and she's explaining to me everything that happened, and I'm like, "Yo, listen, I still need you to call them up when you need something. I'll be happy to help you, but my guys, I need the confidence that my guys can help you, and not just go over them."
Mm-hmm.
And she's going off. And at one point I was like, "Okay, no longer gonna talk. You just want somebody to listen." And I sat there for 45 minutes listening to her. And by the end of it, she came to her own conclusion that maybe I answered the phone the wrong way, blah, 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 and this, that. And she was like, "You know what? I'm happy you came up here to talk to me. And I'll tell these guys, don't worry, there's no beef." I was like, "All right, cool. I don't want no beef." I go, I talk to my guy. Same shit. They just want to blow off steam. I'm like, "All right, cool. Just know, if he ever calls back, hello, good morning, yes, sir, no, sir. That's it. Just be professional. We don't need no beef. The more attention you attract to this mailroom, the less amenities we got."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so don't fuck it up for the rest of them.
Right. In so many words.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, because my boss, she knew about it. Because I told her, we have that, and she's like, "You want me to speak to her?" And I was like, "No, let me figure out a way to handle this." And she looked like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna run from the situation. Anybody else would be like, oh well, it was a misunderstanding, and just move on." Nah, let's just tackle this head on. I got to figure out how to handle this shit anyway, right? And then I went up to her and I told her all this shit, and I was like, "Thanks for letting me handle it." And I just went back down and went back to work. I was like, "Cause y'all might have made this shit overboard. Like, I'm not one of these. Cause you mad that she said something to him, but he said that she said it. You didn't hear her say it. and I know her, and I know him, and something is a little fishy on both ends. So don't go defending him, getting rah-rah at her when this is just over exaggeration for both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Because you start playing the telephone game.
Yeah.
Okay, and that gets everybody in trouble. Like, so, yeah, because that's what we do. Mediate. We also, who are at the organization we work for, they do mediation. We even do mediation with students and teachers.
Oh shit!
Because sometimes the teachers can be off the hook too. It's like so.
Oh no! Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, that's where we are, man. People are rubbed raw.
I applaud you for that. I applaud you for doing that job, because not for nothing, I don't like being in this situation. I never thought I was gonna grow up. I was gonna be a Toys R Us kid, and now motherfuckers is making me the adult here, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I gotta have some responsibilities now. I don't want no
like, you guys want me to be the voice of reason in this?
like what? Like, I'm the one that gotta make sense of this shit.
You're gonna catch me on the wrong day. I'm just gonna come in there with 2 sets of boxing gloves.
Yeah, shit. Tony, Jilly, respect.
And I'm gonna be wearing a striped shirt. And I'm just gonna hand them the boxing gloves.
Yeah, seriously. Because there was one time I felt like somebody said something to me, almost like a threat. Like, oh, well, I'm going to have to go above your head. All right. So my boss, we made a meeting. And while the meeting was happening, I said what they said they were going to tell my boss. Tell my boss, oh, this is the way they feel. And they were like, oh, you realize now I don't give a shit. I'm not afraid of this. Ben, this is what you feel. This is what you... All right, cool. Because my boss is the type of person. All right, so how do we handle it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't want to hear this. She has to because she's the boss. But it's like, all right, so you're just gonna bitch to me, and then I'm like, all right, this is how he feels. Yeah. Because I was like, all right, what? I'm gonna get in trouble because you feel this way?
Feelings.
I gave you a chance so we can handle it. You want to invite her? Let's invite her. Just so you know, all that shit she's going to tell us to do, you're going to have to do it.
Yeah, you can do that, but create more work.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could have talked about this at the water cooler.
Yeah. Everything been Gucci. But now I got to go over here and talk to this person. I got to talk to that person. And then the only one that don't understand is you.
Pretty much. Oh, God.
But shit, I don't know if you got off tomorrow and shit.
What's that?
You got it off tomorrow? Because I just looked. This is 1:30.
Well, 10 for me. But
for me, it's 1:30. Because I know usually you be out some. I got to go.
Because what's been happening is I started. I haven't announced this on the pod yet. I'm starting to train for a marathon.
Oh, okay.
So I get up early in the morning and start training, or because I like getting it out the way and then have the rest of my day.
Yeah.
So that's like I'm gonna get up in the morning and go to HIIT class. And what HIIT class is, right? That's where it's basically CrossFit. Like it's your tires and sleds and ropes and
Okay.
so I'm in. So I like the class because it's hard doing. Like, I think it's just hard doing stuff by yourself, like just working out by yourself. So, and I don't have my friends don't want to run a marathon. So
Kenny's all the way over here. Kenny run the marathon with you.
So that's like, gotta ask him if he want to run the Long Beach, because that's the one. It's the Long Beach Marathon in October. So that's all. Like, I don't work tomorrow, but I do. I got I got class.
Shit. I mean, yo, more power to you. I could run a block.
You got me.
I'm not built for.
All right.
I'm.
And then you're gonna get in your car and drive to the finish line.
Yep. That whole saying, the Wade Bear was Husky Harris was a fucking Hummer with a Ferrari engine. Yeah, me too. This Ferrari engine ain't got no gas tank.
I remember one of the best lines, like, and of course, John Madden had a million of them, but one of the best lines that ever got me was he was talking about Leroy Horde. And he's like, yeah, Leroy Horde, he always, if you need 2 yards, he'll get you 3. And if you need 5 yards, he'll get you 3. And I just, like, I was in the living room. I was in the living room hollering. I was like, John Madden, I don't think he gives a shit. Like, I think he just...
That's some shit. I never heard that in my life.
And I was in there hollering. I was like, John Madden don't give a shit.
Oh. He made his money.
I think he just sits there with the headset on and just talks. Like,
I got no notes. this motherfucker sucks.
Because I don't know if you remember, like, Leroy Horde is just one of those big fucking running backs. Like, he's just big and he just ran straight ahead. Like, that's who Leroy Horde was. So if you saw him, it's even funnier. Like, cause it's like, and I'm like, cause it's true. Like, it's like, that was what was the funny part about it. So
there you go. That's me. I don't run.
It'll get you 3.
Shit. I used to tell people I only run from the cops and when my mama called me.
Well,
that's it.
Well,
I'll lift the fuck out of some weights.
There you go.
Shit, man. When I was into it, I told you, like, that's. I was talking to Harch about this, and my brother asked me, he's like, "Yo, if you was a wrestler, how long you think you would have lasted?" I think my body would have lasted maybe a year or 2. And he's like, because I had both my shoulders worked on. I got a compressed spine. To the point where the chiropractor was like, "Yo, do you feel any numbing in your legs?" I was like, "Nah, too close to being like a paraplegic type."
Goddamn.
Yeah, and he's like, "No more heavy lifting for you." I'm like, I guess I had to figure out a way to do squats without squatting, because I had a 400-pound squat at one point, and the leg press I was doing like fucking almost 1,000.
Wow.
Like my legs were my prized possession. But then my knees are fucked up. My ankles is fucked up. My wrists is like and this is me just living life. Now imagine me taking a car crash every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't make it. But yeah, it's like, but the problem with me is my uncle always tell me, he's like, your mind will give up before your body does.
That's true.
And I proved them wrong twice.
Oh, your mind said...
I broke my shoulder. Yeah, my mind was like, you got one more. Your body was like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You can ask Kryllzzz if he's ever here. We worked out together, and we're doing a bench, and we hardly did maxes, but we would always do like max reps. And there was that last set where you get maybe 3 or 4 good reps in there, and I'm like, I want more. They come down on my chest, and they ain't moving. And he's like, yo, bro, I can't lift this shit off your chest. I said, just leave it there. And I'll be there with this shit on my chest for about 2 minutes. And then he'll be like, all right. And I'm trying to push. I got nothing. And he's pulling. And a part of me like, all right, bring it down. I got one more. While he's lifting it himself, I'm like, I got one more. He's like, no, you don't. And he just racked the shit.
That's around with me. I'm going to start taking plates off while it's on your chest. Okay, lay there. I got you.
Dude, it was...
Boop, boop.
It got to the point where Kryllzzz was like, yo, bro, I can't spot you no more. I got nothing. He's like, I'm worn out already. I was like, I hear you. Leave it there. Somebody else help me out.
I would have started taking plates off. That's how I would have helped you.
Leave it there. There was one time I was like, yo, I got this shit, man. I'm warmed up. I was like, I did 295. Like, wow. My goal was always to do 300. I said, put another thing out, 310. I picked the shit up. Shit said, boof, right on my chest. and said, fuck. He's like, I was like, nah, let me just chill. Let me just deal with this right now. Because I know damn well I wasn't lifting this up. But I still tried it. It's like, yo, this is the 7th set.
Oh, damn.
It's like, there's no way I would. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way. I barely lift up to 295. What the fuck I'm adding 15 more pounds for? Let me just deal with this. Let me soak in my own blood. It's like, well, we got this up. Boof. Like, fuck. Never got to 300.
This is what, like, so when you take HIIT class, and so that you're going to each station. So there's a different exercise at each station. And I just kind of laugh to myself, like the people that like we're doing whatever kind of exercise and they're like adding weight. I'm like, okay, this is designed for to get your, like, you're supposed to have your heart rate is supposed to be at a certain amount all the time too. Because in between each station, he makes you do like, you know, we got to like do up downs or whatever, jumping jacks, push-ups, whatever, to get to the next station. So like it's a constant thing. So for you to add weight to stuff, like dude, you're not going to impress anybody here, and you got to go through all 8 of these stations. You're wearing yourself out for no reason. like this is about how many reps, not how heavy you can lift. So and like I guess I'm like you grown, you'll figure it out. I choose to.
Yep.
No, you'll figure it out. But yeah, I've always kind of, you know, like a greyhound basically, and that's why I, like, you know, the story I told on the wrestling podcast was, like I found the school that they have at Venice Beach when I was in my 20s, and the wrestling school, and I was like, hey. You know, so I was like, you know, and this is in your mind, like, I think I could do this. Like, because at that age, you know, I was running, I almost made the Olympics. I could dunk. I was at the peak of my athletic ability. But I'm 6 foot and 170 is the thing. So, so I get in the ring. And then, like I said, so I hit the rope, almost started screaming when I hit the rope. just from that, and because nobody told me it was still cable. I didn't know what I thought it was, but I didn't know it was still cable. So, and then okay, take a bump. Like I was watching them take bumps the whole time, so I learned how to do it by watching them. So I took it, and the pain that went through my body, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be a wrestler. I don't think that's the thing. I don't think this is it. I did it right. I did it right. But I mean, it was just like electricity going through that went through.
I like watching it better.
I was like, yeah, I think that's it. And I think that's why they have you come up here and do this.
Yep. We sort out the ones that think they can, and the ones that want to. Yeah, I hear you. Shit.
Still, come on, do it again. I was like, nope. I rolled under the. I was like, I'm good, thank you. Went around the corner. You want to do it in the gym?
Broke my back.
You don't do it in there. You think everybody knows? I don't think it's gonna work. Around the corner.
So. Like my uncle said, you cry on the inside.
That's right.
I remember my uncle told me, he's like, I cry like a man on the inside.
That's right.
when nobody's home.
Yeah, exactly. If these action figures talk, I'll be like this fool right here.
This motherfucker thought he was tough. That's why I tell these girls, like, shit, you give birth, you ever stubbed your toe?
Or just like, I remember Jeff Foxworthy talked about having a kidney stone, right? And then he said, okay, which one do you think is worse, giving birth or passing a kidney stone? And then, so, of course, all the women are yelling, oh, giving birth. He's like, nope, you're liars. Because I've never heard anybody say, hey, I want to pass another kidney stone. You hear people say, "I want another
Word.
baby" all the time. So he's like, "So you're all liars, or you don't know what you're talking about." One of the two.
Word. I mean, because the way it comes out doesn't stretch,
and it's jaded. Like it's like a little razor,
Yeah.
it's like a little razor blade ball. So you're passing a razor blade through your urethra, and they want to talk to me about giving birth is worse.
Where this baby is already lubricated and shit.
And your body is made like it moves around and like we don't do that. Like our bodies don't do that. We're not made to pass any solid things through there.
Nope.
At all.
Even through the other exit, that shit's still mushy.
You better have been drinking your water today.
Word.
Spicy, get ready. So
Word.
just hold on. It's like it's gonna be.
It's true. I want to have another kidney stone. Yeah.
You ain't never heard. He's like, you ain't never heard that in your life.
Yo, you get cramps? You ever had cramps in your thigh and your legs?
Oh man, during like when I was really going at it with track, I would get those like you wake up and my toes would be crossing over each other. Like that's how the cramp was going.
When I run, I get the shin splints.
Okay.
To the point where my toe rises.
Damn.
Yeah, so I remember my aunt one time, she's like, "Oh, you just gotta drink orange juice." I said, "No, I don't think you understand. My legs, my calves at least, a solid muscle. Like there's no like you can't jiggle my legs. You can jiggle my stomach, you can't jiggle my legs at the time. And I can't put my foot flat down on the ground. I don't think orange juice is healthy. I don't run. I can't run. Stop making me run. Every time. And my boy's like, you got to push through it. You push through this shit.
Dude.
You don't understand. Like, dude, now I'm walking on my heels.
Right.
Like, you don't, I got a bubble. Like, I got so much cramps. My shins have fucking muscle on them now.
Bro.
That's not normal.
So,
what makes you think just run, keep running? No.
So I used to like, so again, living by Venice Beach. So I used to make money that like I used to really go to the basketball court and hustle. And the people I would hustle the most were the bodybuilders. Because I knew it was up.
They got no
So, and I knew they had an ego. So I would so I would use I'm doing promos on them. And this is court one, so this is the court everybody's walking by. Every time you see a TV commercial or whatever, it's on this court. So people even sit in the there's bleachers right there. So this is you're on stage. So I'm talking smack to them. And then, the first game, let's just go to 7 for $20. All right. I win 7-6, right? Oh man, you that was close. That was close. You almost got you want to go another one? How about 40? 40 for the 7 to 40. When again, in fact, I'll even make it to where he has game point and he misses and then I make my shot. I make it I know he's gonna miss it. So oh man, you almost had it. It's just too bad you got and I start insulting him. I start going after whatever. It's just too bad you're such and such and such and such. What you trying to say? I was like, I don't think you can play. This is not a game. You don't know how to play this game, man. Why don't you go back to you might as well. Why don't you go back over there and lift weights or something? This is not. You only winning by 1 point. I was like, dude, you don't want to do this. And again, remember, there's women and you don't want to do this, man. Why? What you want? I was like, so okay. So how about we play to 10 this time, and we play for $800. Oh, so now they're like, yeah, $800, right? And I pulled the $800 out. So now this bodybuilder who I've already seen over here slanging and banging an hour before this and oiled himself up, and then he's just played 2 games of basketball. I ran track.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised he survived the 2 games
because
of
I'm not. So I haven't showed him anything. So I'm doing basic stuff. So in the game to 10, not only do I start talking more, but now I'm moving him around the court. Like I'm making him move now. Like now I'm doing stuff to where he's got to follow me. And I'm seeing, like you're saying, I'm seeing his leg. Like there's times I've seen guys where like you can hear the bottoms of their shoes like train tracks. Like they're just he can't even pick his legs up. And as I'm talking shit, I whoop his ass. Like I whoop all of his ass. Like now he doesn't even score. Like now, like so, and it was a thing that I will admit that it was like kind of a therapy from what happened in my childhood. Like I was having fun with it. I will say that. But yeah, so like I did that. Like I used to beat on guys for money at Venice Beach.
Sure, but the fucking all those muscle heads, they're very delusional.
Yeah, that's
like I learned quick. It doesn't matter how much weight you move, the weight does not move you back.
Nope.
My uncle was hit by a car.
Damn.
Right? He had 13 operations.
Damn.
This man was still stronger than me.
Wow.
And I was at the peak of my strength. And he was not a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
He did karate.
Okay. Yep.
And like he was like his normal job, he delivered. He used to do the guidance systems for the F-15 during the Cold War, but then he found out he could make more money delivering cookies.
Well,
because he had his own route, so he would buy the cookies and sell them to the store, and he had his own thing. But he would do the cookies. But he had one of those vans that didn't work all the time. So if he found a spot, he just said, fuck it. He picked up all the boxes of cookies and he walked them to the store and all that. So he had the natural strength. I got the strength that came from the gym. I got the explosive strength because that's really what you get. You can't live, like, we're not sitting there holding shit up for hours. You lift shit up, put it down, and that fast. You got explosive strength. These big motherfuckers are explosive. They'll push you down the street a couple times, and then after that, it's like they're gone. They ain't gonna hold you forever. That's why you ever hear a man's arms explode when they trying to choke you out? Because they don't train to choke you out for hours. They train to choke you out for the 10 seconds and it's done. That's how much they got. That's the oxygen level they got in their body. And that's when I learned, okay, this different weight shit.
Well, even so Damien was having some fun here with that, like how people were talking about the 100 men versus the gorilla, right?
Yeah.
You know the men would win, right?
Of course.
I don't know why I've seen people not get this part. I was like, okay, you got to take this apart. So all 100 men are not, like, there's not even enough space for 100 men to just jump on the gorilla. So they're going to go in waves. Let's say they go in waves of 10, just for fun. By the 7th wave, that gorilla is going to be done. Okay, maybe shorter than that. It's
possible by the 7th person.
So you see what I'm saying? Like to move that much, like those gorillas are huge, and what people are not getting is, like, I guess we've been watching too much Godzilla or whatever. To move that much, especially in it's going to be enraged, and it's going to those first few dudes, like the first people,
they're gone.
Have them go, like, before this match happens, have them they should go to their own funeral. Like, okay, like, thank you for your sacrifice for this experiment. We're going to have your funeral where you're going to sit there and have your family and friends tell you how they feel before you go do this, because they're going to die. But after that, like you just said, he's going to blow up. He's going to Ultimate Warrior. Like after the first few people, and then the other guys are going to come in, and he's going to get jacked up. Like so, stop it. Like they're not. They're really strong, but they're not freaking superhuman. Like I don't like people watch too much science fiction.
I think the question that people are answering are: can a gorilla kill people if 100 men attack them?
Yes.
Yeah. There are men that will die from this gorilla, but after a while, it can't sustain. Like that's Andre the Giant was a freak of fucking nature. If 100 men attack him, they kill him.
Yeah, it's over.
Why do you think when we go to war with a country that doesn't have as much technology as we do, but they outman us, they win? You ever notice that?
I've noticed, like, so in fact, I had this debate when the Black Panther movie came out. And I said, so the winners of wars are usually the side that has the technology. Okay? Like when they figure something out, like Revolutionary War, we figured out guerrilla warfare. Yeah. That's how we won. Okay? And then you watch The Last Samurai. The only reason the samurai lost was because of the machine gun. That's it. That is the only reason why they lost. They would have taken that whole army with swords if it was just muskets. They would have been done. But they had the machine where all they had to do was roll the thing and 100 shots coming out a second. They couldn't handle that. Yeah. And that's how they took Japan. So, etc. So when they were telling me about Killmonger, I was like, so yeah, Killmonger had a point, but the way he wanted to do it, what was going to happen is, yes, for a short time with the more modern weapons, they were going to win. But look what happened. Like, so the nuclear bomb, for a minute, we were the only ones with the nuclear bomb. Right. Yeah. And so we take that one more. Now everybody's got one. That's the same thing that would happen with the with the Wakandan weapons. They would have won for that minute, and then everybody would have Wakandan weapons, and then now we're back to square one. That's what you're not seeing. Yeah. Like I get it. Killmonger had a point, and you're hyped up that this villain had a point, but it wasn't going to be great if what he wanted to do went through.
And if you watch Infinity War, all that Wakanda technology did nothing when 1,000 of those monsters came at him. So, it's
and like you can go to Black Panther 2 when now you had a group of people that also had
this vibranium.
And then now they were matched.
And it was strong.
So they were evenly matched with the Submariners. So like again, like we would have been at level 1 with everybody, but now with deadlier weapons. So like guys, like the whole like that is not the answer every time.
Yeah. Shit.
Man, so we took this whole show, huh? Like,
yeah, we took it everywhere. That's usually how it goes. We start over one topic, free for all,
and like nobody else came by tonight, other than Toe. Said like he was here for a few seconds and
yeah, show showed up and left. Yeah. But hey, man, usually that's how the best shows come out. Is just we shooting the shit. Hey. Boom, we had a genuine conversation, and it led us a lot of places.
I like it. I like it.
And most of the time we'll have these conversations, and then you'll see like someone out of nowhere just come in and just be a part of it in the chat. Mm-hmm. And that's dope. Also, so one time we was talking, and somebody came in out of nowhere and said that he was trying to figure out a way to come out to his parents that he was gay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we gave him some advice. And I shit you not, 2 months later, he came back. And he said that he came out to him and they accepted him and all that other shit and everything went good. So that was dope.
That's how, I mean, I think with these kind of platforms, like, I think that's really how this is supposed to go. You know, I think the other stuff just kind of gets ridiculous, but I think that's really how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to, we found a way to be a community. Like, here we are coast to coast, literally, and we could be a community. Like, that's, I think that's what this is supposed to be.
Word. Yeah. I mean, like I said, DJ, you welcome at any other shows that we got whenever you available. So, you know, I just gonna keep sending you the link and shit. But
I mean, I like tonight, like I made the mistake of going out to get some. Like, I wanted to go get something to eat real quick, but you know, like, I live right next to SoFi Stadium, and this is like K-Dot is here tonight, and that was a mistake. I ended up eating my dinner in the car, like, I'm trying to get back to the house because that's how traffic was.
I hate traffic. I hate traffic.
Yep. In a few minutes, they're gonna, like, the fireworks are gonna go off for the end of the show. So, I've already heard from here, I've heard everybody say A minor. So, like, during the show, yeah. Yep.
Man.
I was like, oh, they're okay. So yeah, they're on the last few songs here.
Wrap it up, everybody.
I heard the whole crowd saying A minor. So,
yep. There ain't much left after that. That's why they came. Shit, but yeah, DJ, it was a pleasure having you on this one. It was, always a pleasure to have you on the wrestling one. And everybody that was here with us, like, subscribe, all that good shit. And be back next week. Gonna do this shit again, whether you like it or not.
That should be the tagline.
Yeah, right? You're gonna do this shit again, whether you like it or not. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.